Are you sure, Wilbur?
Yes. Some villager will know where old Van Buren lived, and maybe even where we can find the book.
Shouldn't I come with you?
If your feet hurt as much as mine do, then I don't want to do that to you. I won't be gone long. Will you please look after Timmy?
Don't worry, he's sleeping. When you get back, there'll be hot sausages waiting for you.
I can hardly wait.
I think so. The house.
It's hard to say how old the village is. Might have been here at the edge of the woods for hundreds of years. The village looks pretty run down. Nothing but makeshift repairs everywhere, if any. The village looks pretty run down. Nothing but...
Weapons sticking out everywhere.
This is the only building in the village with a light on. Seems to be some kind of general store.
What we have back here?
Fired bricks for building houses. Presumably there's a source of clay close by. There hasn't been a fire in that furnace for years. And considering how crooked it is, I should take care that it doesn't fall in on top of me.
Well, hopefully it doesn't do that, right?
The house of a craftsman, it would appear. Wooden boards, bricks, and over there a bit of thatch and a few roof tiles. The craftsman must have left the house years ago. He'd be a busy man in the village these days. Graveyards are pretty scary even under normal circumstances. But this one, it's extra spooky. I wonder why people in the far-flung villages can never put the gravestones and crosses in straight. Can't they use a square or level or, just their eyes? The church looks as if no one has been there in years. A ghost church. Not like a church for ghosts. A church for humans. Nothing to do with the spiritual world at all. Just like all the buildings in the village. Deserted, spooky, and also somehow a little bit sad.
Bedsheet. Let's put it on.
Someone still seems to be living here, though. That bedsheet hasn't been hanging there for long. Someone still seems to...
Knock on the door.
Hello? Anyone home?
Go away! You're not having my head!
I don't want your head. I just want a bit of information.
Begone, headless horseman! You won't fool me!
Oh my god. It's gonna be like this movie.
Hey, there's a headless horseman out here.
Oh, yeah, as if you didn't know that. He's hunting me. He wants my head so he can put it on his own shoulders.
Are you sure it wants your head? Or just anyone's head? I mean, what do you think he'd do if he saw a gnome with a fine big head?
Just go away, you fiend.
My name is Wilbur Weathervane. I'm a gnome, live in Seastone. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Oh, yeah, of course. A gnome from Seastone walks into the dark woods on his own and just wants to ask a few questions. Oh, yeah.
I am not alone. I'm with a living skeleton, a zombie, a robot, and a talking rat. There's really no reason to be worried.
Enough! Begone, demon!
Can we talk inside? Then we wouldn't have to shout.
Oh, now I get it. You're the devil. You can't enter my shop without me inviting you. No, there you go.
I'm not the devil. Promise.
Yeah, the devil's second best trick is making you believe he's not the devil.
That's ridiculous. I'm going to open the door now. Hello?
Die, monster!
Hey, you could have hit me.
Don't move!
Aren't you supposed to say, don't move first and then shoot?
Oh, there's no psychokinetic energy. You're not magic.
Ah, thank you for reminding me.
Nice that.
Who are you? What do you want here?
Excuse me, your name is?
Whale. Tim Whale.
And you own the shop?
Oh, yes, sir, yes. And I'm the mayor of this beautiful village. And the priest, the fireman, the landlord, the coachman, and the smith. I also teach netball.
Ooh, sounds like you're a busy man.
Has its perks. We usually reach a swift consensus in council meetings. Hey, maybe you'd like to move to Somberville. I can offer you the post of bailiff.
I'm not staying here for any longer than necessary.
It's the nameless terror lurking in the woods, right? I can't blame you, no.
As I said, my name is Weathervane, Wilbur Weathervane. I'm searching for information about a certain Van Buren. He must have lived there quite a while ago.
The sorcerer! Evil character. Oh, you shouldn't get involved with people like that.
He's not still alive, is he?
No, he's been dead for more than 30 years. I remember how the grown-ups marched up to the castle with pitchforks and torches. Really traditional-like. Well, in retrospect, if they hadn't killed him, we might not have been cursed.
Van Buren cursed you?
The whole village. Everyone knew he was doing unholy experiments in his castle, but in principle we got on all right with each other. I mean, we'd never have stormed his castle if the paladins and the mages hadn't spurred us on. They said it was our duty to help them against evil.
They must have been the same as those who were fighting the cult of the Nameless One.
Whoever they were, they disappeared once the sorcerer was dead and left us to deal with the curse on our own.
What?
The curse makes people disappear.
Not exactly. This has always been a special place, you know? I mean, for example, it's always night here and the moon is always full. The woods and the mountains confuse the senses, things like that. You could say the people in this region are used to quite a lot. But after the sorcerer was killed, it was different.
The Headless Horseman?
Oh, not just him. Others too. Repulsive creatures. They come from the woods and hunt us. One after the other was snatched and dragged into the woods. I'm the only one left.
It's always night here in the village. That's just crazy.
And why is that crazy? In other places, it's always summer. Summer up north, there's an island where it always rains. Here, it's always night. Oh, some people come to the region especially, just like how others move to warmer climes. I mean, for example, a gentleman moved into the castle some years ago. A count, in fact. He doesn't seem to have a problem with it always being night and a full moon.
Okay.
The castle up on the mountain over there. That's where the sorcerer lived.
Yeah, that's where he lived. And that's where he died.
Then that's where I have to go.
Good luck. You'll never find the way through the mountains.
Fancy showing me?
You mean leave my shop? While the Headless Horseman is out there waiting for me? Oh, never. I'm the very last one who still lives in this village. Oh, some fled, but most... When I die, the village dies. Yeah, and what would my forefathers say about that, eh?
As mayor, I'm sure you've a plan how to stop the Headless Horseman, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. I've sent a bounty hunter after him, yeah.
That could prove difficult to achieve, for several reasons.
Oh, maybe you want to try your luck.
No, I'm not a bounty hunter, and also I don't have the time. I've got to find a book so I can destroy a magic wand.
Oh, well, if that's more important than saving Somberville from extinction, then go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks for your help. We'll be leaving for the castle early tomorrow.
There is, of course, a problem.
What? Knowing when tomorrow is?
Some kind of
No, I'm talking more about the hidden ravines, razor-sharp rocks, wobbly cliff ledges and secret paths. Easy. You can't reach the castle if you don't know the way.
Ah, I know how this works. I have to reach the castle on a matter of utmost urgency, and you're the only one that can help. And you just happen to have a problem with the Headless Horseman. But you know what? Not this time. Because if I let myself be distracted from my actual task, something bad will happen to one of my friends. I have a clear goal, and I grew up in the mountains. I'll find the way without any help. Good day. Good night.
Okay.
I don't think the shop is doing well. Sure, a motley selection of armor, weaponry, food, and magic posters always tends to work. But if the shop is stuck out in the middle of nowhere and no one is sending heroes to the area, then who is going to buy all this stuff? A crossbow is a devastatingly effective weapon. At least it is, if you manage to hit something.
Hey, I just sell the weapons. I don't know how to use them.
The shelves seem to be some kind of catch-all for things even the most optimistic shop owner couldn't hope to sell quickly. If I had more time, I'd love to rummage. I love this kind of stuff. I don't think the shop is doing well. Sure, a motley selection of armor, but if the shop is stuck out in the middle of... The shelves, if I had... What's this here? Metal underwear?
That's a heavy warrior set, level 90.
Hey, what?
It's the same as the one next to it, but this one's for female warriors.
This one here, and that. And you want to tell me that these suits of armor are on a par with each other?
Yep. Heavy plate armor offers ideal protection from all kinds of weapons.
But it's covered in holes, completely see-through. One sword thrust through the torso and...
I've been selling armour for 20 years, and my father before me, and my grandfather before him. Are you trying to tell me you know more about heavy plate armour than I do?
No, of course not. I've never seen so many locks, chains, and magic spells on a single door. And the crossbow bolts indicate that a very, very nervous person lives here. I'm sure that Mr. Mayor won't object to me borrowing one of these bolts. Hey, let's face it, he does seem to be firing them all over the place.
Okay.
That must be from something like a wild boar sheep cow. Maybe Mr. Whale would be a bit less scared if he didn't surround himself with such creepy things. I guess the barrel is full of some kind of acid or holy water, or something else that the mayor thinks will protect him from intruders. Now that I'm not a mage anymore, perhaps I should try to become a powerful warrior. I think I'd look quite good in some armor like that. That over there, that's a magic circle on the ground, isn't it?
Do you know anything about dispelling ghosts?
A bit. Doesn't the ghost have to be in the magic circle, rather than the person who is trying to cast the spell on the ghost?
If you can trap ghosts in a thing like this, then surely you can lock them out too. The circle is my last line of defence in case the salt in front of the windows and doors doesn't stand firm. Yeah.
The beings from the woods, are they ghosts then?
Oh, there are all kinds of things living there. Why not ghosts too? Better safe than sorry.
You can see that he's been living in fear for a long time. Poor guy. However, if he doesn't want to help me, I'm not going to try and convince him. I'm sure we'll find a way through the mountains, with or without him. Whoa! Does the weather always change so fast here?
The Headless Horseman! He's coming!
That's what you thought when I stood outside the door.
Look here! Psychokinetic energy is almost off the scale!
I'm a qualified mage, but what exactly is that?
Skipped a few classes, did you? The PKE shows whether ghosts, demons, evil powers are nearby. It is the Headless Horseman, I guarantee it.
Then I must go to my friends immediately.
Stop! Did you hear what I said? There's a Headless Horseman out there.
And my friends.
Stop! Stop! Don't move, or I'll shoot.
How? There's no bolt in the crossbow. It's not loaded. Hello?
It's him.
Who's there? Nate! Put that thing away. What happened? Where are the others? I don't understand. A woodcutter cutting wood?
I assume he's a warrior, huh?
There was a
No.
knight with a sword? Okay, there was a knight and anything else? Monster? There was a knight and a monster? A dragon? Or a lion?
A werewolf?
A knight and a werewolf? What do they do? What happened to the others? Timmy lost his head! Esther lost her head? Oh,
Gulliver.
I get it. Gulliver has lost his head. Phew.
One of your friends was beheaded and you're relieved?
Well, better Gulliver than one of the others, don't you think?
What?
What's up with Timmy? Esther, your mother, she panicked and ran away? Where to? Did she have Timmy with her? Towards the woods? Esther ran into the woods.
What? Then she's lost?
No, she's not. Come on, Nate, we're going to go and see Gulliver. Then we'll find Timmy and your mother.
You can't go out there!
We'll let you know if we meet any headless horsemen. Ah!
Don't move!
Did someone call for a bounty hunter?
And just as our little friend was about to go out there, you came in.
All right. I'll go into the woods and polish off any headless horsemen, robber knights, and werewolves that cross my path.
There's a little rat and a zombie too.
No problem. If we can agree on a price, I'll take care of them too.
No! They're our friends. Do not kill the zombie and the rat.
That's fine too. I'll just keep an eye out for them, free of charge.
How are you
That's
going to do
nice.
that? What's your plan?
Seek and destroy.
I only see two problems there then. First, the seeking, and second, the destroying.
He's right. The woods confuse the senses. They are devious and evil. The source of the evil is in the heart of the wood. There's a clearing there with an old tree in the middle. Under the tree is a cave. That's where they live. All of those who have brought so much suffering to our village.
Not for much longer.
Who are you? And, how exactly do you propose to stop the Headless Horseman, the Knight, and the Werewolf?
I am the solution. I have means and ways of breaking anyone.
Even if weapons prove useless. Could be a ghost.
As long as the payment's right, I'll get the job done.
The payment will be princely. I'm the richest man in the village.
Okay.
I should come with you. Our chances of success are better with two of us out there.
The last time I worked in a team, I got a wooden plank to the head.
Then you had the wrong partners. I had great partners. Ivo, Captain...
I work alone. Have the gold ready. It won't take long.
Oh, very self-confident. Like all the others.
The others?
Do you think he's the first one to try to solve the mystery of the evil in the woods? Oh, I've stopped counting. Some may have found it, but none of them returned. Oh, no.
Come on, Nate. We shouldn't rely on the bounty hunter to find our friends. Back to camp. Be careful.
Take it easy, buddy. I'm here. Be good and sit down by the fire. By the fire, not in the fire.
What happened? Nate said something about a knight and a werewolf.
It was terrible. I'd nodded off and suddenly I heard my cream bun scream. I jumped up, ready to protect her. Then there was a flash of lightning which illuminated the gleaming figure of a knight, a paladin to be precise.
And then?
My honey blossom was out of her mind with fear. She ran into the woods, away from the paladin. I was going to run after her, but when the lightning struck again, there was a werewolf standing there. Nate screamed, Esther screamed. I tripped and lost my head. I called to Nate to run and get help from the village. The werewolf came towards me and I was certain I was done for. My body tried to defend me, but he had orientation problems. But then the lightning struck again, very close by. The wolf was startled and ran after the others into the woods.
They're fine. I mean, nothing must be allowed to happen to them.
They went into the woods unhurt, but those creatures were hot on their heels.
I couldn't take it if Timmy... They're fine. We just need to get them back first. The mayor talked about the heart of the wood. He's pretty certain that's the source of the evil.
But why do you think Esther and Timmy have ended up there of all places?
I don't know. Just a feeling. People have been disappearing here for centuries. I think they were lured into the woods or, like Esther, driven. If we want to get them both back, we'll have to uncover the secret of the wood. The Sorcerer Van Buren spent his last years in that castle. Pretty sure the book we're looking for will be somewhere there.
I'm not interested in the book. I want my sweetie pie back.
If we defeat the evil in the woods, we'll get Esther back, and the mayor will show us a safe way through the mountains.
Well then, let's go.
Right, I'm going to go and look for the two of them. You hold the fort here.
I'm not staying here. I'm going to help.
That's exactly what you are doing by letting Nate repair you and being my advisor. And maybe you two could make things to help me along the way. You're both much more skilled than I am.
But my wife is out there.
And your son is here. Do you want to leave him here alone? Or take him out into the evil woods?
But... all right. Bring back my cherry blossom and just say the word and I'll be at your side.
I know. I'd better start by searching for clues and information. I need to know what I'm dealing with. We walked all the way from Seastone, a good deal of the way off the paved roads and paths. We feared that Councillor Van Buren might be watching them. It was an arduous journey, but we were well supplied. Food, water, warm blankets. Esther organised everything. Esther looked after Timmy with such kindness. Ever since Remy's death, he has been quite changed. He was always so adventurous before. After we left Seastone, he spent most of the time tucked away in Esther's coat pocket. Even the slightest sound made him jump. And now, monsters and werewolves, oh, poor fellow. The wool blanket is old and has been darned several times. I'm sure it came from the rubbish heap under Seastone. Still, it'll keep you warm and won't go all kaflooey. The little fellow is hanging on in there. I'm sure he's trying to work out a way to help me. If you could look into that head of his, I'm sure you'd see little cogs whirring around like crazy. Nate has tried time and time again to cheer Timmy up the last few days. He even managed it occasionally, but Timmy always crept back into Esther's coat pocket. The little fellow is hanging on in there. I'm sure he's trying to... If you could... I think Nate has been putting a few more logs on the fire since the attack. And it still doesn't radiate a real sense of security. I think Nate has been... And it's... This would be a perfect place to grill a sausage. Not as hot as an open fire, but still hot enough. We found everything just the way it is. A few stones laid out in a circle on a sandy area, no trees close by. A perfectly built campfire pit. Then again, what does it say about a village when travellers would rather stay outside the village than rent a room there? What's that in the sand there? Looks like a thick-walled stone goblet, just like dwarves use. Those things would be too heavy for me to travel any long distances with. But the dwarves say that the stone goblets are fashioned to remind them of home. I'm afraid the dwarf who carried this goblet out here into the wilderness can't complain about my taking it anymore. This goblet was filled with sand. Maybe I can use it for something sometime. A bit of sand from the stone goblet. Dry, but not especially fine. Every dwarf makes a travel goblet out of stone from their home mountain and then decorates it with their coat of arms. It's part and parcel of coming of age. A dwarf can only go travelling and sleep under the stars once they've got their own stone goblet. The wool blanket is old and has been darned several times. I'm sure it came from the rubbish heap under Seastone. Still, it'll keep you warm and won't go all kaflooey. A standard crossbow bolt made of iron, about a human hand long and very heavy. I wouldn't like to be hit by something like that. Unfortunately, completely useless against werewolves. Only thing that works against them is silver.
They're together, no.
I could make an imprint of the bolt in the sand, but I'm carrying the sand in my pocket. The imprint will instantly fall to bits. It's easy to see that Gulliver would like nothing better than to run into the woods after Esther. The only thing stopping him is that he can't leave Nate by himself. Thank goodness. Otherwise I'd have another name on the rescue list.
Okay, so let's see. There's nothing else here, right?
A bit of fur. Could belong to the werewolf. He ran towards the woods and got a bit too close to these thorns.
Footprints?
Footprints? I'm no expert, but I'd say that these are Esther's footprints. They lead towards the woods, which would tally with what Gulliver said. Traces of both the werewolf and of Esther, but none of the paladin. The sorcerer Van Buren spent his last years in the castle. He didn't trust his brother, and he wrote down a means of destroying his brother's powerful wand. As soon as we've rescued Timmy and Esther, we'll find a way to reach the castle, with or without the mayor's help.
And let's see. Can use any of these things. You couldn't take that, right?
It seems the mayor isn't just the mayor, fireman, priest, coachman, and blacksmith. Looks like he's also forced into being his own washerwoman. Hopefully the mayor won't have any objection, as long as it helps me banish the evil from the woods.
Cool.
You can always use some string, as I'm sure I've mentioned on more than one occasion. It wouldn't be theft. I really need the string for, stuff. The washing line does, however, seem to be knotted to a hook on the house, which is much too high up for me. I can't reach the knot tying the washing line to the house.
Okay.
The moment I saw the spooky woods, I just knew I'd end up going in there sooner or later. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure Timmy and Esther will be even more afraid. Whew. So far, so good. The mayor said that the woods confuse the senses. I have to memorize the way back to the village. And I should try to stay quiet. There's a werewolf, a knight, and perhaps even a headless horseman running around out here.
And let's take the
An axe! The wooden handle is all weathered and the iron head covered with a fine coat of rust. Must have been wedged in this tree a long time. Months, perhaps even years.
Oh,
The blade is still shiny and looks reasonably sharp. The tree has kept it from rusting.
There's an exit, there's an exit. Okay. Go to right first.
That's... oh no. What is that?
Who would have thought you can trap gnomes with scraps of bloody cloth?
A werewolf trap! Impressive!
Thanks.
You're a gnome too, aren't you?
You're a sharp one.
I haven't found much in the way of traces. You have any better luck?
Some werewolf tracks, and footprints made by a heavy person coming from the direction of the cliffs.
Those must be Esther's tracks.
They disappeared in the undergrowth. No traces of a knight, a headless horseman, or any other horrors.
Perhaps they're ghosts?
Exactly what I thought. Some kind of apparition. Someone is conjuring up all these ghostly figures to try and scare us.
Then we mustn't be scared.
I'm not scared of anything. Well, maybe spiders. I can't stand them. How they sit there waiting and then suddenly run off and far too many legs.
Okay.
Wow! Bounty hunter! That's just so cool! Most of us gnomes tend to be nerdy and avoid the big wide world.
You're here too? And you're some kind of mage?
Well, not a proper one. I'm trying to help my friends. No magic involved. What about you? Did the call of adventure lure you?
Gold.
Oh,
Not my dream job, hanging around in shady inns and taking on missions from greasy characters. As soon as I've gathered enough gold together, I'm going back to the caves. and will hopefully forget most of what I've experienced.
Clever trap. It got me, that's for sure.
But you're not a werewolf. Razor-sharp senses, and teeth and claws to match. The cage won't keep him for long, and fighting the beast won't be much fun.
Maybe it would be better if we carried on together. Then we can protect one another. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't even be here. Go back to the village and wait there for 3 days. If I'm not back by then, leave the dark woods and don't look back.
No way! I'm not leaving here without Timmy and Esther.
Then at least scream loudly when the werewolf gets you, so I know where to look.
I think that could be arranged. Yeah, enough talk. We have to find my friends.
I have to track down a headless horseman, and I'll kill the werewolf. I haven't crossed that off my list yet. If I stumble across your friends in the process, fine. If not, so be it.
Wilbur.
What?
My name. Wilbur Weathervane. And I'm worried about Timmy and Esther. I want them back undamaged.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
You can find these stone heads all over Avantasia. They're ancient and no one knows who made them. The woods are already spooky enough where I am, but over there it gets even more spine-chilling. I bet that the evil heart of the woods is somewhere over in that direction. If the monsters caught Timmy and Esther, then that's probably where they would have been taken. Whew. Get on with it, Wilbur. Yes, at least the werewolf seems to be there. That's good. Right. The werewolf is somewhere there in the deep woods, and where the werewolf is, that's likely where my friends are too. So, let's get a move on. Oh boy. I want to help those two, but there's a werewolf there and I'm unarmed. It'd be pointless letting myself be ripped to shreds. That's not going to help anyone. Well, except maybe the werewolf. I need a weapon so I can defend myself against it.
I have a weapon. I have an axe.
An old axe, the handle and the parts of the head are very weathered, but the blade is still reasonably sharp. A blood-drenched piece of cloth as bait for a werewolf. My first thought was that it belonged to Timmy, but it's probably just pig's blood or something like that. At least I hope it is.
Okay, so I can't go there then.
That way leads deeper into the woods. My friends are somewhere in there, but so is... I need an... So the woods weren't just a source of wood for the villagers, they also dug clay there. Hard to say what destroyed the kiln, and when. Could have been time, wind and rain, but it could just as easily have been animals or other things. My guess is that the bricks were once fired right here in the woods. Makes complete sense. Not only is there lots of firewood here, the clay is also very moist and loses a lot of weight during firing. Why would you drag all that water into the village just to let it evaporate there? Looks like some kind of press. If I had to guess, I'd say it was used to press clay bricks into shape.
Okay.
The hinge is rusted through. Forcing the press might make it break. I'd better repair it first. A wooden press used to press lumps of clay into bricks. At least that's what it was built for. Presumably you could use it to press other things if it wasn't broken. I wonder if the villagers dug too deep and woke up some kind of ancient evil. If so, the ancient evil must have been sleeping very close to the surface. I should be able to loosen a really nice lump of clay just with my bare hands. Yep, no problem. The hinge on the press is damaged. I'd only ruin it for good.
Okay, so let's go.
By all appearances, there's been no clay dug here for years. And the rain will ensure that there won't be much to see here in a few years' time.
It seems a bit done. Okay.
That's Timmy's scarf! It's torn! For a long time, people believed that eyes shining in the darkness belonged to dangerous animals that watch you. Turns out they're just glowing eyes without any body, hovering harmlessly in the air. Nothing to worry about. There are several branches broken here and here. Oh boy! A few bits of fur. They look exactly the same as those up by the campfire. The werewolf must be on Timmy's trail. I hope the little guy was long gone before it came by.
Okay, let's move on.
There's something in the undergrowth here. Something big. I can't see what it is. It could be Esther. But it could just as easily be a werewolf or some other monster of the woods.
Check it.
Right then. I'll get ready for battle and...
Hello? Anyone there? Oh, hello, little man.
Oh, there.
May I ask what you're doing here? You don't exactly look like a mushroom picker.
Phew, glad to hear it. I'm on my way to my fiancé's. He lives here in the dark woods in a magnificent castle. At least that's what he wrote. The thunderstorm took me by surprise, and then suddenly this wrinkly old woman was standing there in the middle of the path. She pointed a bony finger at me and gave me a toothless grin. I was distracted, and my horse threw me and vanished into the woods with all my things.
That sounds terrible.
It is. I'm meeting my fiancé, and I don't have a thing to wear.
Wearing something.
The old woman on the path. Sounds like she could have been a witch.
Yeah, right. She was so old and shriveled and ugly, I've never been so scared in all my life.
Another enemy to deal with.
Enemy? Are you wood pixies battling these creatures?
Ahem! Excuse me, I'm a gnome, not a pixie. And I come from the mountains.
I would be very grateful never to see that face again. Hey, if you're a wood pixie and just pixieing around, then could you find the clothes I lost? I'll pay you.
We'll see. I'm Wilbur. Have you by any chance seen a female zombie, a rat, a knight, a werewolf, or a headless horseman anywhere in the woods?
Oh, Lord. No, definitely not. Or more like, happily not.
Oh, this.
Do you know the way to the castle? Could you maybe take me with you?
I don't know the way. Laddie wrote me saying I should find a guide in the village. The way through the mountains is very dangerous.
Vladdy, your fiancé?
The Count.
So, what's he like?
Oh, he's a darling. Very rich and very old. I can't wait to meet him in person.
So, you're engaged to him, but you've never met him?
Why hesitate and risk someone else snapping him away from me?
It's too dangerous here in the woods. Come on, I'll take you to the village.
Uh-huh. Which way?
This way. Or, wait a minute. No. This way. Or, bloody hell, just follow me.
And then he goes left, okay.
As I already said to your young friend, I won't set foot outside as long as the Headless Horseman is running around out here.
Then just send word to the castle asking Vladdy to pick me up from here.
Oh, I wouldn't know how. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until the bounty hunter comes back with good news. Be my guest. Make yourself at home. Oh, thank you for bringing her here. I mean, really. Thank you. Nudge, nudge, eh? Oh.
You're welcome.
Okay, can I buy...
Statistically, if you have a crossbow in the house, you're more likely to shoot yourself than a burglar.
Well, statistics are made by people who don't live in a cursed village.
A crossbow is a devastatingly effective weapon. At least it is, if you manage to hit something.
Hey, I just sell the weapons. I don't know how to use them.
Statistically... I wonder why he just doesn't move away. What's keeping him here? I mean, even if the Headless Horseman doesn't get him, sooner or later he's gonna die, and then the village is doomed, one way or another. Hello?
Oh, yes?
Looks like I'm gonna be helping you after all.
How do you mean?
The curse? The woods? It looks like we have a common enemy.
Right. Right. I'll give it a go. I mean, I have more confidence in the bounty hunter, but I've reached the point where I'll grasp at any old straw. I will.
Thanks. How motivating. This is a traditional adventurers and heroes shop, right?
Oh, absolutely. It was founded by my grandfather. He used to be very busy round here. Oh, there were giant spiders in the woods. There was an old goblin mine a day trip to the south. In the heyday of hero tourism, we were even thinking of building a sewer system. We sell armour, weapons, elixirs, provisions, ice arrows, antidotes, anything you need. And you can pay with spider legs, goblin ears, things like that.
And what do you do with those?
It's a trade secret. If you want to sell something, you can do it risk-free. I'll look after the object in case you want to buy it back later.
You what?
Oh, yeah. In case you change your mind later. Then you can buy back the same object for the same price. It's called the market economy.
This evil heart of the wood, what exactly is it? And where can I find it?
It's a clearing in the centre of the woods. There's an old dead tree standing in the middle of it. You'll recognise it when you see it.
But how am I going to find the clearing? The woods are pretty big.
And confusing. The heart of the wood doesn't want to be found. It's whatever it is that's sending these creatures after us. It lives in that clearing. Oh, I'm quite sure of that.
Do you think that it might be the ghost of the Sorcerer of Van Buren?
Perhaps. The elders did warn us. They said you should never mess with the sorcerer. They were scared and whispered of dreadful dangers. Oh, if only we'd listened to them. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't your device help me find the heart of the wood? Doesn't it detect ghosts and stuff?
I see. You're saying that nothing around here radiates more psychokinetic energy than the heart of the wood. You might be right. You should get yourself a PKE.
I was hoping you could give me yours.
My detector? Never! It's my PKE. It's never let me down.
But if you give it to me, I could find the heart of the wood and lift the curse.
Or you might be killed and lose it in the woods. It takes weeks to deliver such a masterpiece of occult technology.
You're a pessimist.
That's
or what?
exactly why I can't hang around here waiting for another device. I need yours.
Forget it. The PKE reliably shows when anything supernatural is creeping about. And I have to know that.
Oh, I think
I need
know
something
how
I can
do
use to
that.
defend myself against a werewolf. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, we've never been attacked by a werewolf before, so we haven't got any special anti-werewolf weapons or the like. But as far as I know, any normal weapon made out of silver should do the job. What's your skill? Sword and shield? Twin daggers? Gun lance?
You mean you can fight with 2 daggers at the same time without mutilating yourself?
Oh, so you're a long-distance fighter. Oh. Bow, crossbow or slingshot? As amusing as it would be to use a slingshot against a werewolf, I'd pass on that. Bow or crossbow would be better. I've got a lovely composite bow +2 in stock, but it requires dexterity 15.
I think I might be able to handle something like that crossbow.
Yes, a light crossbow is easy to use and packs a real kick. Oh, any old fool can hit something with that.
Yeah, we noticed that.
A light crossbow like that, how much does it cost?
3 gold, 7 silver and 2 copper coins. Or I'll give you a quest.
Ooh, what's the quest?
Bring me 10 wolf skins.
You just made that up on the spot, didn't you?
No, it's very important.
Sounds like a pretty generic task without any real purpose to me.
You bring me 10 wolf skins and get a crossbow as a reward. What's the problem? I haven't got any silver bolts, though.
My friends up there by the campfire, could I maybe bring them here? It could be safer for them.
Of course. Not only for them. The monsters from the woods might snatch one of them instead of me.
Right. Okay. I'll let Gulliver know then.
Gulliver? Isn't that the one who was beheaded?
Not beheaded. He just lost his head. Zombies don't mind that kind of thing.
You're not having zombies in the house!
Why not? He's lovely.
I don't want anything to do with their kind. Alive or dead, they should make up their minds. We want decent folk here in the village, not ones cobbled together out of parts of decent folk.
See you again sometime.
I hope so. I really do.
I'd turn into a...
An old, let's say, being generous, charitable and all that, white bedsheet.
These two are together, but I need to fix it somehow. Okay, so she seems to have a wolf skin on her.
Hello.
Well, looky here if it isn't my knight in shining armor and accomplished guide.
It didn't take us that long to get out of the woods.
You should try it in high heels.
Oh, don't take it personally. The mayor didn't want to take me up to the castle either.
Yeah, but you're you, and I'm, well, just look.
Why would he want to take you up to the castle more than me? I asked him very politely.
We're wasting our time. All that guy thinks about is the headless horseman, and that he could be the last villager to be kidnapped or something like that. Some of us here have real problems to deal with.
You don't have any silver, do you? Then I could use it to make a silver crossbow bolt to protect myself against the werewolf.
Of what interest is a werewolf in the woods to me? I want to go to the castle. That's in the other direction.
Yes, but once the werewolf is out of the way, I can take care of the headless horseman. And once he's out of the way, the mayor will take us to the castle.
That's a bit complicated. I'd rather stage a clothing malfunction and convince the idiot to do anything for me that way. But that's risky. I wrote Laddie that I was a virtuous virgin.
Do you have any silver or not?
Of course I do. I have my silver jewelry. But I'm not wasting it on your shenanigans.
I think there might be a way to let the Count know that you're here.
Oh, really?
All I need is a little silver.
For what?
I'm going to send him light signals. Morse code, you know? If I had a really, really good mirror, then the moonlight would be enough for that. And as everyone knows, nothing reflects moonlight better than silver.
Of course. You're always hearing people say the silver moon and stuff like that.
That's right. I would melt the silver and vapor deposit it onto a piece of glass.
Smart boy. So how much silver do you need?
About the same amount as a silver crossbow bolt.
Well, if everything goes to plan, then I'll soon have coffers full of the stuff.
Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready. It's important.
As luck would have it, I just saw some armor for female fighters.
Yeah, I saw that too. Do you think Flatty would like it?
No idea. It wouldn't stop a hail of arrows, I'll tell you that.
Hail of arrows? That thing isn't intended for battle.
You got that right. One broad axe to the leg and it'd be game over.
A lady don't go near arrows or axes. She has others fight for her. And this kind of armor would help it along a ways.
But what if a young lady really does want to fight? Doesn't she
poor
deserve a
Wilbur.
proper set of armor?
Looking good and knowing what you want. It's the only way to get ahead in life.
That wolf skin you have there, could you give it to me?
What? Get your own.
But I need it. Well, actually, I need 10.
But what about me? I'm supposed to freeze just 'cause you need a fur?
If you're cold, I'd be happy to give you this nice warm wool blanket.
Thank you, but this fur is just fine.
Yes, but... This isn't just any old blanket, it's a really, really special one.
You think?
It belonged to Esther, the friendliest zombie mother you could ever imagine. I think she found it on the trash heap.
Ew, that sounds gross.
Now you mention it. Don't you think that fur looks a little, you know, strange?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just, I don't know, it's not that chic.
But furs is so fluffy and warm, and I really don't care what those crazy animal protection people say.
Oh, it's not that, it's fashion. In Seastone, the ladies there use wool blankets. Lovely.
Are you kidding? Oh, I just remembered. Laddie in one of his letters once described wolves as his children of the night.
Well, in that case, you really don't want to be caught with a wolf skin, do you? And it just so happens I have a really beautiful wool blanket on offer today.
Much better.
Okay. There you go. 1.
Look! A wolf skin.
You still need 9 more.
You didn't even look at it.
It was a wolf skin. You're missing 9.
Now what do we have here then?
I'm sure that a few little wooden planks like that wouldn't stop a headless horseman or a werewolf. Shop has been nailed up. I'm sure that... this might prove useful.
That.
I can't see anything. The wolf skin is lying right in front of the hole. Got it. I've got another wolf skin for you. Different one.
Oh, fantastic! You just need 8 more.
But of course. Back in a minute.
That makes 10. So, did you gain experience while completing the quest?
Yeah. No one likes a generic collect quest.
It kills time. Isn't that the point?
Not really.
Here's your crossbow.
Ah, very nice. Now I finally got everything I need to go deeper into the woods. Wish me luck.
Oh, I do. And you'll need it.
Okay, so we need to fix this silver sound.
The goblet is almost full to the brim with silver jewelry. Didn't look much to begin with.
Need to heat this up. Do it by this fire. I think we need to do it.
I could make an imprint of the bolt in the sand, but I'm carrying the sand in my pocket. Yep.
Maybe we have to use that up on the fireman, maybe? Excuse me.
Let's see what happens. Ah! Hot! In fact, it's hot enough to melt the silver in the goblet.
Okay. What am I missing now then?
The bolt imprint in the clay is going to be useless like that. The clay has cracks and holes everywhere.
We need to fix that one first. Okay. Nate, can you fix this?
Nate has tried time and time again to cheer Timmy up the last few days. He even managed it occasionally.
Can you fix it, Nate?
Hey Nate, I found a broken clay press in the woods. Do you think you can fix it? What? That's it? Wow, you're quick. Thanks to Nate, the old clay press is once again fully functional. A perfect clay brick. An absolutely perfect impression of an iron bolt. I'd better not put the impression into my pocket. It could get distorted. But I could use it here in the area if I'm very careful.
So what is it that's not working now then? Missing something? Oh, the fire.
I don't think that the open fire would be suitable for firing clay. It's too hot. Yeah, the water in the clay would evaporate too quickly and deform it. Touch hot coals with my bare hands. I'd need a really, really good reason to do that. I don't think that the open fire would be suitable for firing clay. It's too hot. Yeah, the water in the clay would evaporate too quickly and deform it. I wonder if I could press the sand into some kind of brick. It's dry, and that might prevent it from sticking together very well. It worked! The sand has formed a pretty solid block. Just the same, I'd better leave it in the press so that it doesn't fall apart.
And let's try and put it in.
A very good mold of the boat. I can't see any difference from the original. This is the moment of truth. Nate, can you carefully pour the molten silver into the sand mold without burning your robot hand things?
Yes, we had to use the
Be
sand
careful.
for it.
Very, very careful. Brilliant! Well done! There was just enough silver. The mold in the sand is filled to the brim and it's starting to cool. Now we wait. Perfect! It looks exactly like the iron bolt, only this one will be able to inflict some damage on a werewolf as well. Now I finally got everything I need to go deeper into the woods. Wish me luck!
Take care, Wilbur, and shout if you need any help.
So what am I gonna use this one for then?
Okay then, a permanent imprint of the crossbow bolt. That's the water from the clay. The block was pretty damp. The block was distorted and, if my eyes don't deceive me, it's also shrunk by at least a third of its original size. I can't do anything with this impression of the bolt. Now it's smaller than it should be and crooked and wonky to boot. Shame. I can't do anything with this shame.
Okay. Gulliver?
Gulliver!
Wilbur, how can we help?
I found some traces of the werewolf and of Esther. But strangely, none of the paladin.
He was there. I saw him as plain as day, just as I see you before me now.
I believe you, but he left no tracks whatsoever. There should be a lot of psychokinetic energy in the heart of the wood.
What's that?
Well, it's a kind of energy emitted by supernatural things. You can locate it using a little device with arms attached. Could you make a device like that?
A little device with arms sticking out. Not exactly a precise description. Can you get me the blueprints? Then Nate and I can try our luck.
No, I don't think so. If we can't build a PKE detector ourselves, then we're going to have to get hold of the mayor's somehow. But he doesn't want to give his up because it reliably detects supernatural beings.
What do you suggest?
I'm working on it. I think you might be safer in the village than here. I asked the mayor if you could wait there.
Let me guess what he said. I'm not having zombies in my house.
Why doesn't he want to help you?
People don't know us, and they're afraid of what they don't know.
Perhaps I should talk to him again.
In Seastone, I thought that success and enough money might make people forget who we are, but they don't, ever.
Right then. Hold the fort.
We're here if you need us.
Okay, let's go in. I think I need... Hey, can we chop it down? Oh yeah, we can.
If you can't undo a knot, then you can at least cut it.
Let's see.
The only thing more useful than a bit of string and a long stick is a long stick with a bit of string attached. Fishing rods offer the best of both worlds, and one can do practically anything with them. Like, well, fishing, for example.
Okay. So we have a plan, I think, with Wilbur here.
Every time I talk to him, I see that dreadful combination of hope and despair in his eyes. I won't do that any more than absolutely necessary. Every time I talk... The bedsheet could make the great beginnings of a ghost costume.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Gulliver.
Every time I talk to him, I see that dreadful combination of hope. The little fellow is hanging on in there. If you could look into that head of his, I'm sure you'd see little cogs whirring around like crazy. Touch hot coal.
Okay, I can check it with...
Ta-da! Time for a ghost performance. Whoa! 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 Oh! Ooh.
What are you doing?
I am the ghost of the wood.
Haven't we got enough real spooks around here? Do you have to dress up like one too?
I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh.
I can see your feet. And is that my bedsheet?
You haven't settled the ghost of the wood, but I will return. Ooh. I don't know how, but he recognized me. It may be because he has a lot of experience with ghostly apparitions, living in the dark woods and all. Or it may have been my feet poking out from under the sheet.
Let's see if we can do anything with Gulliver.
Gulliver.
Hello, buddy.
Wilbur, how can we help?
I dressed up as a ghost, but even though I was totally convincing, that stupid mare recognized me right away. It was mainly my feet that gave me away.
Then let's use my head to play the ghost. Turn me into a ghost.
Here's a white sheet to start with.
And? Scary?
Sort of. I've come up with an idea on how we can get you to fly.
Really?
Yes. I don't want to go into detail, but let's just say there's something to do with this homemade fishing rod.
I see. Tie it up.
Done. What do you think, Gulliver? Is it time to give the mare a bit of a fright?
We can at least give it a go. Oh!
Oh, yeah, a flying ghost this time. Oh, very nice. Yeah. He doesn't look very scary.
But he can speak. Whoa!
Oh, yeah, nice effect. But I've already seen ventriloquists at the fun fair.
But
We'll be back. Oh! Let's get out of here.
But everything usually startles him.
He didn't seem scared this time. Don't let your head drop. We'll think of something and try again.
Then we'll just have to make the costume even spookier.
Coal. Draw.
Gulliver, I'm just thinking if we could get our ghosts to glow using a couple of hot pieces of coal.
Or how about glowing eyes? That would be even scarier.
Great idea. Then all we need is some kind of holder for them. And we'll need to be very careful. Those coals are very hot.
Oh, right. Here, hold these. Don't lose them.
Here.
Nate, give me 2 pieces of coal. Red glowing ones from down at the bottom, if possible. And? How do I look?
That is really spooky. And also just a touch revolting.
That's how it should be.
Gulliver,
Yes?
this time we'll do it.
Let's spook! Oh, whoa! Ooh, wow!
Wow. Oh, that looks really scary. Well done.
Aha! Then you should use your PKE and see what it says.
I don't need it. I know there's nothing supernatural at work here.
How do you know that?
Well, for one, I can see the string you're using to hold up the ball or whatever it is. And I can see you. I'm even speaking to you.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
Wilbur?
But the eyes look great. And the voice is good too. How do you manage to make it sound as if it came from the ghost?
Why do I smell burning?
That voice isn't coming from me. It's coming from...
Fire! Fire! Ah! Ah! Wilbur, where are you? Ah! Ow! What the devil is going on here? Where is everyone?
What is that?
The, rubber ball has changed itself into an evil skull.
Right. I'm an evil, terrible, demonic skull! Fear me!
But I'm not getting any sign of supernatural activity!
Oh, that's because us evil demons have learned how to haunt without being recognized.
That's not possible!
But there's more. Get the man with the PKE, the Heart of the Wood said. No! We shall return!
That was unexpected.
We're doomed!
No! I'll find the Heart of the Wood and put an end to this. Have no fear. See? See you later.
Did he go to the camp or what? Yeah.
Wilbur, well, how do you think we did? From what I saw up there, he almost wet himself.
And that would have made me feel even more guilty. I wish we didn't have to scare him that badly.
All for a good cause. If you can track the Heart of the Wood with the PKE and destroy it, then you'll actually be helping him. Here, catch.
If I use it in the woods, it'll show me the way to the Heart of the Woods.
Try it out, and good luck.
Here are your eyes.
Ah, very good. Some of my best. Esther says the left one is the most handsome one I have.
A solid piece of gnome engineering. As soon as one gets close to something supernatural, the arms on the sides of the device lift up. We should be able to use it to find the Heart of the Wood.
Okay, so we can skip ahead a little bit here now. We don't have to... What's this then? Over there. Good.
Whew. Okay. Time to hunt me a werewolf. No! Begone, you beast! That was pretty easy. Everything okay?
Has she gone?
I drove it away, and I thought that I hadn't hit it.
She surprised me. I hate spiders.
Everything's fine. The danger's past. At least as long as the werewolf doesn't... Timmy? Don't!
Are you crazy? I would have got him.
That was my friend Timmy. He isn't a werewolf. He's a were-rat.
Did you know about it?
He was often ill. Always became very reclusive when that happened.
Perhaps once a month, during a full moon?
Remy never told me how Timmy's parents died. It could have been a werewolf attack.
Dangerous beasts. Nothing but anger, hate, and muscle. Also fur. Your friend shouldn't have kept it a secret from you. He would have ripped you to pieces if he'd had half the chance.
Timmy was sleeping in Esther's jacket pocket when we arrived in the dark woods. He didn't know it was always night with a full moon here. And out there in the real world, it was another 2 weeks before the full moon.
Perhaps it's not his fault, but he's dangerous. If he attacks me, I'll defend myself.
I'll find a way to break the werewolf's curse. Maybe there's a library with magic books up at the castle. The sorcerer might have been interested in werewolves. Or maybe the Count knows something. He seems very fond of wolves.
Good luck with that. As far as I know, only a shot to the head with a silver bolt can break the curse.
It won't come to that. We'll look for Esther in the Heart of the Wood, and I'll take care of Timmy.
As long as he doesn't take care of us first.
Why does a girl like you decide to become a bounty hunter?
What do you mean, a girl like me?
Most gnome girls I know wouldn't choose such a dangerous career.
Yeah? Well, they'd rather be engineers, mechanics, or technicians. But what if I'm not interested in all that girly stuff?
Totally with you there. That's why I became a mage.
Well then, can't you just conjure something up and poof, the evil's gone?
No, I'm not a mage anymore.
Oh, I think it's good that you at least gave it a try.
And you? You always wanted to be a bounty hunter and simply followed your dream?
I wanted to help my clan. I didn't want to stand by and watch as I earn gold. We need it.
And once you have the gold?
We'll see. Go back home. Maybe I'll find myself a handsome gnome.
Won't you miss the adventure?
Nearly being eaten by spiders? No, not particularly.
We should continue on together and watch each other's backs.
Perhaps that isn't the worst idea. I've normally got a good sense of orientation, but in these strange woods...
No problem. I got this.
What is it?
This device can tell us how close we're getting to a source of supernatural energy.
Genius! We just have to keep to the paths where the device reacts strongest.
That's right. Our senses can be fooled, but not good old gnome technology.
Let's go. By the way, my name is Lizzie Pebblebrook. My friends call me Tin Lizzie because, well, it's quite obvious, really.
I think this thing is just leading us round in circles.
I don't believe it. Look! The heart of the woods.
Are you sure?
Pretty much, yep.
We have to be prepared for anything. Headless horsemen, paladins, witches, spiders. There could be a whole army waiting for us in there.
Ladies first? Whatever is living in the cave under the tree, it's killed off all the trees close by. I've never seen such a gnarled, sickly tree before. Even Ivo's dad would have trouble getting that to blossom again.
Hello, Lizzie.
Well, okay then. I'll lead.
Good boy. You're a good man. There she
Esther!
is.
Well, 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 who have we here?
Archmage! You're alive! What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm not alive. I'm just a ghost, thanks to you.
But
Thanks to your incompetence and stupidity.
I didn't mean for all of this to happen.
I trusted you. I was your friend, and you didn't prevent my death.
Archmage,
Silence!
Remy.
An albatross around my neck. Nothing more. You disappointed me, Wilbur.
Archmage Alistair and Remy were my friends. I forbid you to pretend they're here.
Don't you understand, Wilbur? We relied on you and you have abused our trust. You disappointed us and you will disappoint Gulliver, Timmy and the others too. You're just a stupid little boy who makes everything worse.
Rubbish. Don't listen to him, Wilbur. No, a spider.
Yes! I will suck you dry.
Stop! I know who you are.
And
You're always whatever we're most afraid of.
I'm death, disease, loss, failure, humiliation. The monster under the bed. The creature in the cupboard.
Lizzie's afraid of spiders. Esther of the Paladin who once chopped her head off. And me, I don't want to make any mistakes and cause anything nasty to happen to my friends.
But you can't prevent it. Neither of you will leave this cave alive. And then I'll get your friends one by one.
Oh.
You aren't real! Arrows and bolts just fly straight through you!
Nothing can harm me. You're lost desperately.
You only have power if we give it to you, right?
No, I am real. I will kill your friend.
Yeah? Go on then.
I will sink my fangs into your skull.
No, you won't! The spider isn't real, Lizzie!
I am. Fear is real.
It can only paralyze us if we let it! Why are you backing off? Are you gonna bite her or what?
Yes. Why should I be scared of you if you can't do anything to me?
But what if I can? You can't be sure.
I'll take the risk.
You can't destroy me! I'm always here!
But we can control you! Everything okay?
Yes. I'm all right now.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Hello, Esther.
Esther hasn't made a sound yet. I hope she's all right. And I hope she can walk. It'll be a long walk back if I had to carry her. Esther, how are you doing?
He's going to cut my head off, and then I won't be able to look after Gulliver and Nate anymore.
Don't worry, Esther. That thing's gone. It can't hurt you now.
The paladin, he wants to chop my head off. Who's going to take care of both my boys then?
Gulliver and Nate are fine. They're both waiting for you at the campfire.
Yes, for now, but the paladin wants to chop my head off. And who'll take care of them if that happens?
There is no paladin anymore, and there never was one in the first place. It was a kind of apparition sent to scare you.
No, I definitely saw him. He is out to get my family.
Oh, can't I just slap her?
Look at me, Esther. There's no one here who wants to do you any harm. The ghost has disappeared.
He has gone?
It's gone, and it won't come back as long as you don't let it.
He said that he was going to get Nate. As soon as he has chopped my head off, he was going to get my little boy.
It won't come to that. I'll explain, but not here. Let's join Nate and Gulliver by the nice warm fire, okay?
Yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
Bam, bam. Okay, probably have some stuff to look at.
A picture of a clown. Funny. A sad clown is art, everyone knows that, but this one here looks pretty normal to me.
Reminds me of it.
Even though I
a little
spent
bit.
quite a bit of time in Seastone, I don't know much about fish. I'm a child of the mountains. I'm pretty sure that this must be a dolphin, though, as it wants to play with a swimmer. Someone once told me that dolphins weren't actually fish at all. They were actually birds, because they flew through the water with their wings, just like birds through the air. Might be something to that.
Okay, buddy.
A man waving at the observer in a friendly manner. He's wearing a name tag. Looks like his name is Claus. I don't get it. I don't like it when you really have to think to get the meaning of art. What is this Claus picture trying to tell us? All sorts of small stuff and a few pieces of clothing too. Yes, this thing fed off its victims' fear. It made them ill, perhaps even drove them mad. They were no longer able to think of anything else, didn't eat, and no one in the town knew what had happened. A little mirror, a flute, shoes, scarves, and there's a hair clip. Lots of little things, all mementos of the abducted villagers. I will talk to the mayor and offer to bring everything back to the village once I've freed Timmy from the curse and found the sorcerer's book.
Okay.
Pretty scary, eh?
Whew, too right. What do you think it was?
A demon? A ghost? Some headless creature that only becomes powerful when we give it power? I believe that after the sorcerer died, the people in the village were so afraid something terrible would happen that this is exactly what did happen.
And if they hadn't been so afraid, they could all still be here.
My uncle was always afraid of becoming ill. That made him ill. And if you're afraid of dying, it can make you forget how to live. You know what I mean?
You're quite the philosopher, Wilbur Weathervane.
I've just been thinking a lot how it's better to do things and maybe fail than not to do things because you're too scared to fail. As soon as she takes Gulliver and Nate into her arms and knows that everything is okay, she'll forget this cave in no time.
Okay. You're down here.
I know 2 people who are longing to see you, Esther.
And
Let's
I know
get out
someone
of
who
here.
owes us a sack of gold.
Come on, let's go.
Money, money,
So,
money.
there was never a curse?
That's right. No curse, no real threat. Only fear made it become a reality.
Oh, then I'll try to be more open-minded in the future and not always assume the worst.
You can start by welcoming my zombie friends into your village.
We'll see. I'll at least I'll talk to them.
That would be good. If my memory serves me right, you promised a sack full of gold to the person who hunted down the Headless Horseman.
Of course, and you have earned it.
We earned it. You get half of this, Lizzie.
That won't be necessary. See you around.
Oh, yes. See you later.
I think she just, never mind.
Why did fear show itself to you in the form of a Headless Horseman?
Oh, my grandfather always used to tell me the story about a headless horseman. I was terribly scared of it, but it was still my favourite story.
And if there's enough hysteria, you'll believe anything. Even that ghost stories are real. Now you know how to defend yourself against the curse. So could you please show me the way to the old Van Buren castle?
Oh, yeah, of course. You and the enchanting young lady.
Huh, and about time too.
I'd better draw myself a good map. I'm sure I'll be going back and forth between the castle and the village a few more times. My friends are here and Timmy is still somewhere in the woods.
Fine, let's go.
Okay. To the castle.
Thank you, Mr. Whale. I drew my path on the map very carefully. This way, we can always return to the village if necessary.
No need. I'll only leave the castle one more time. With a few crates of gold.
What do you mean?
This place sucks, don't you think?
The castle will blossom in your presence, just like me.
Laddie!
My moonshine.
You won't believe what I've been through. I need a bath this instant.
But of course, my love. Then perhaps a light dinner, and then let's just see what the evening holds in store. Are you her servant?
No,
You can be my servant. My Igor died years ago. For good this time.
Actually, I wanted to...
Wipe your shoes, or you'll have to clean everything again.
But... here we go again. A shallow water bowl for the chickens. Empty. They've no use for an empty bowl.
Okay.
The Count seems to like chickens. That's a good sign. Anyone who likes animals can't be a bad person. The chickens seem to be quite lively. They run, they peck. You could say they're poultry in motion. The Count seems to like chicken. I'd say that coach hasn't moved a metre since old Van Buren's day. Several spokes are broken. Yes! Ooh, there's a small tree growing out of one of the seats. I wonder how many owners this castle had before Van Buren. Too bad it's so run down. Soon it'll be nothing but ruins. The Count and his young fiancée met through a newspaper ad, which means someone has to fight his way through the mountains on a regular basis. Just a single sealed scroll. To Count Vladimir Orlov, the Dark Woods. Oh, hey! The seal bears the sea stone coat of arms.
Else.
Neither the drawbridge nor the portcullis were able to protect Van Buren against the mages, paladins and villagers who came for him. Maybe he was no longer at the height of his power. Otherwise, a sorcerer like him should be able to defend a castle like this easily. Nasty statues. I saw them from the drawbridge. They look like a mixture of a man and bat. And it's almost as if, they watch you the whole time as you approach the castle.
Good.
Legend has it that a master builder was once hired to come up with a visually appealing way to divert water from the roofs of buildings. He thought to himself, why don't I put statues on the corners of the roof and let them get rid of water the way you, get rid of water? The idea with the peeing statues didn't meet much approval, and they forced him to change his design. He was very angry about the whole thing. That's why gargoyles today look like they're constantly throwing up. Doesn't look like rain, thankfully. A storm is the last thing I need in a place like this.
Okay, what more? Let's look at the shed.
The chicken coop is in pretty much the same condition as the castle. Skew whiff. And the roof leaks.
Yeah. Okay, the chickens.
In an old building like this, falling masonry is probably an occupational hazard. Wonder if that's why the position of Igor was open.
Right.
Stone's fairly flat, maybe some sort of roof tile. Yeah! Big white maggots. Okay, if we must. Yeah. I wonder why someone would send a letter from Seastone to the Dark Woods. The letter's sealed and it's not proper for a servant to read his master's post. I wonder why someone would... The letter's sealed!
Weeds.
Nothing but weeds and trash everywhere you look. The Count really does need some urgent household support.
Nope.
Time to make myself useful as the new servant. On the other hand, I'm not the world's best gardener and should probably leave well alone.
Okay.
A little dandelion, bit of grass and some other weeds. The castle is way too big for one person. Why do all rich people always buy buildings like this and live in them all alone?
Let's go inside.
Fine. Lovely.
Lot to look at here.
A small wood stove like that can't even begin to heat such a huge building. Here in the hallway, it's exactly the same temperature as outside. The stove reminds me of the one in my classroom in Seastone. It had a broken pipe too, and it was pretty useless. However, this one looks less pleasant. The castle really needs to be dusted. But, seeing as how it would be my job as the servant, I think I'll just keep quiet on the subject.
Fine.
The Count probably got tired of always having to clean the mirror. Very old mirror, except for a few dull spots, it's in good nick. Very old mirror, except for a few dull spots, it's in good nick.
Smash it.
Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives of the sorcerer or the Count. The only certainty is that these are some of the creepiest faces I have ever seen. But they look somehow generous. Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives of the sorcerer or the Count. The only certainty is that these are some of the
Okay, that's the same.
How many candles must have burned here to leave a pile of wax that big? Or are those magic candles that have been burning for decades? If I need a load of candle wax, I know where I can find it. Ooh, I can't. The only.
Okay, we don't need to see that. Look at the stairs.
From the outside, it looks as though the castle has at least 5 or 6 floors, and old castles often have cellars and dungeons too. Judging from the outside, I'd say at least 5 or 6. And old castles like this one often have cellars and dungeons too. A lot of work for just one Igor. The stairs don't just lead upwards, they also go down into an impenetrable blackness. Dungeons, tombs, all kinds of things that I don't want anything to do with could be down there.
Yes, Tom.
A heavy wooden chest with 7 seals. 2 of them are open. Could be where the book is hidden, but it could also contain the Count's well-protected underwear. Either way, there's no sign of how to open the 5 remaining seals. Could be where the book is hidden. Either way, there are some pretty strange characters here in the gallery, but this one really takes the cake. A very unpleasant-looking fellow. He looks evil, arrogant, and more than a little bit crazy. There are some pretty strange, but this...
Shows a key there.
Could be where the book is hidden. Either...
Okay.
Hard to believe how high the ceiling is in this hall. The chandelier chains disappear into the gloom.
Okay, there's some light here, so let's go this way.
Ah, there you are, Igor. Prepare dinner for my fiancée. And set the table with all the trimmings. We want to have a romantic meal before withdrawing.
The villagers told me that the mad sorcerer Ashcroft Van Buren used to live here.
That is correct, until he was hung, drawn, and quartered. The wizards and paladins didn't do things by halves, just quarters. They took everything that was of interest or value to them. They left the rest here.
Was there a book amongst the things left behind?
The Sorcerer's Diary. Yes, I found that a few months after I moved in a secret desk drawer.
No, I mean, more of a magic book, you know, with incantations and such.
No, not that I know of.
You just called me Igor, but my name is Wilbur.
My servants are all called Igor. Igor, his father Igor, his grandfather Igor, and his father too.
Whew, you certainly had a lot of servants.
That's why it's too late now to get used to a new name. I'll call you Igor. I would even give you Igor's old suit, if I had it.
The large chest in the hall looks like it's been there a long time. Is it yours?
Van Buren had it built, but now it belongs to me. The painting up there is of him. The chest and the painting are the only things the mages wanted to take with them, but they couldn't. Both are bound to the castle by powerful magic.
Ooh, so there must be something important in there.
I don't know. I've only been able to open 2 of the 7 seals.
Maybe that's where he kept his spellbook.
Is it valuable? The young ladies are getting ever more demanding these days, and my new line of guano skin cream for the man of the world hasn't done quite as well as I hoped.
Master, maybe I can help opening the chest for you. I'm good at that kind of thing.
If you wish, as long as it doesn't clash with your other tasks. I want to be sure my little bunny rabbit is properly pampered. Here, the Sorcerer's Diary. I was able to open the first 2 seals with the help of this.
Thank you, Master. Do you know much about werewolves?
Not particularly. Us and them, we don't get on. Normal wolves, yes. They're the children of the night, and I like standing on the balcony of an evening, listening to them singing. But werewolves, poor souls that have been cursed and can feel nothing but primitive anger and hate.
Is there any way to get rid of the curse?
Of course, quite easily. You have to kill the werewolf that cursed you in the first place.
And if you don't know who it was?
Then you can only hope that a friend pumps your head full of silver.
No way! And what may I serve you and the young Miss Kiki?
For the young lady, a rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast. That's what young ladies eat these days. Nothing for me, thank you.
Not even a little bite?
Maybe later. Until then, I'll make do with a glass of red wine.
As you wish, Master. I'll go and find the chef and order the salad.
I don't have a chef. I normally order out.
But I can't cook.
How hard can it be to make a salad with vinegar and oil? Make haste, Igor!
Very well. Count Olaf, Master. I saved your fiancée in the forest. She was thrown from a horse and lost her way.
The poor child. What luck that nothing happened to her. I've been waiting for her for so long.
I heard you've been married a few times.
Many times. Unfortunately, I've never grown old with any of my lovers. I am cursed. I'm forced to try again every few years with a new young woman.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm really sorry. Master, this scroll was in the postbox.
From Seastone. Archmage murdered. Wanted, blah, blah. Nothing of any importance.
Are you sure?
I'm not interested in politics. Kings and archmages come and go.
Yes, you're right. No reason to burden yourself with such things. There's a picture of the Archmage and me on the cover. Even if the Count isn't interested in politics, he's not likely to let a wanted murderer work for him. He would hand me over to the Van Burens if he noticed. Luckily, the scroll rolled itself back up. Otherwise, the Count may have spotted that his new ego is wanted for murder. The council leader must have sent these search warrants everywhere. I hope one didn't make it here. I'll have to be careful. I don't want to go back to Seastone in chains. Luckily, the scroll. Otherwise.
Okay. What do we have at a look here?
The Count seems to be a wine lover. Red wine, to be exact.
Nice view.
I find it odd that Count Olaf bought a castle in the dark woods. Most old people love the heat and the sun. There's not a lot of either here. Maybe he burns easily. Are these just decorative plates or can they be used? Nate once ate fried potatoes off of the Queen's face in Elfborough. Ivo's mother was not amused.
Igor, be more careful.
I didn't do anything. The plate just flew off the wall.
I've lived here for 10 years. Castle Orlofstein has never been haunted.
Weird. Incense? Not something I really expected to find in a place this old. On the other hand, maybe the Count also noticed that it sometimes smells a little mouldy and musty in here. Incense? Not something on the... Cutlery. Best if I first set the table and then see about getting some food on the plate. The sorcerer's diary the Count found hidden in the desk drawer. The Count opened the first 2 seals with its help. The worms cannot comprehend my genius. That is why they say I'm insane. Rutherford does not trust us. He will deceive us, I know. He will be the first to die once we have the power of the Nameless One. Who is Rutherford? Here is a drawing of the various seals. There's something written next to each seal.
Okay.
The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal. The third seal will only open when the word open is spoken in Ratish. Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal.
Okay, that was...
Only those who feel insatiable hunger can open the fourth seal. The fourth seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything. The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal.
Again.
Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal. Only those who feel insatiable hunger can open the fourth seal. The fourth seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything.
Okay.
The fifth seal can only be opened by the breath of death. Death breath.
Okay.
The sixth seal is opened by the invisible key that is visible to all.
Okay, and
only one of worthy heart can open the seventh and final seal. No one is smarter than I. I have devised a chest for my most valuable possession with 7 seals that only I can open. Each seal can be opened only in a very special manner and only I know how. Each mechanism is more clever than the one before. And there's a list describing how each seal is opened. Ha! It's a good thing the sorcerer was so proud of his work. Once all 7 magic seals have been released, the chest can be opened. You may have to shake the lid a little, it sometimes sticks.
Okay. That's it.
2 seals are already open, 5 are still closed. The note should help me.
Okay.
No, nothing of interest. This is the table I'm supposed to serve dinner on, with all the trimmings. A few days ago I was a professor of magic in a magic school, and now I'm Igor for a count in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Here.
Ooh, the space here isn't just brighter and friendlier than the entrance hall. All the candles make it a lot warmer too.
Candlestick with what? That's a good question. Do you have anything? No.
These fat maggots are about the right size, but they don't look much like fried chicken. They're slightly transparent and really slimy. I'm pretty sure this is something similar to rocket. These fat maggots are about the right size, but they don't look much like fried chicken. They're slightly transparent and really slimy.
Okay, we need to do something about that then, I guess.
A lovely glass with a thick bottom. Glasses made of perfect transparent glass like this are very rare and expensive. What's this cord for?
You can make various bells in the castle ring by pulling it.
But there's only one cord.
Who needs more?
Okay.
If the Count is anything like me, he won't know what rocket looks like either. Now all I need are the chicken breast and the dressing. Not bad, but something is still missing. Seems to me the Count doesn't need a servant for his wine. He refills the glass himself.
Okay, I think we're done in here, so let's move on. Okay, can we... By the way, take the cloth that was in front of the mirror? No.
The beautiful cloth which used to cover the big mirror. Compared to most things here, it's very clean.
Okay, so...
That should do. So, looking good, even if I do say so myself.
Okay, we got that. Go anywhere else. What the heck?
Am I nuts, or are those paintings different from before? The pictures don't seem to be alive like in the Mage Tower in Seastone, but they seem to constantly change. Very handy if you have more paintings than space on the walls.
Okay, can we get help? Nice drawing. Okay. Let's see.
Wilbur!
I knew I could find the way back from the castle. And I almost didn't fall into 2 crevices, or the same one twice.
Well done.
Luggage.
I have a long trip home ahead of me once I get that book from the chest. I don't know whether any of the others will join me. I'm sure they all would if I asked them. But things could get dangerous in Seastone, and I don't want any of them getting hurt.
Let's see. If Esther has any...
Esther?
Yes?
That took it out of them, didn't it?
Yes. They have to recharge their batteries. You should have a bit of a rest too, Wilbur. You must be exhausted. Do you want me to make you something to eat?
I have these thick, slimy white maggots here.
Ah, I know those things. Had one of them stuck in my left nostril for 2 whole days when my head was chopped off.
I thought maybe you could fry them.
Is there something wrong with my sausages?
No, I just need light-coloured meat for a salad.
As long as I don't have to eat them. Give them here. That was the last one.
Ooh, those don't look too bad at all. Thank you. About your offer of food, I've been hungry since we got here.
Then I'll make you a sausage. These are Timmy's favourite sausages. I wanted to surprise him with them tonight.
I will help him, Esther, I promise.
I know. Just be careful with the little fella.
As long as he's careful with me.
Ready. Careful. Hot.
Ow! Ooh! Ah! Thanks. You look thoughtful.
I was just thinking about what a lucky woman I am. I've got a partner who loves me and a wonderful son. Everyone is healthy and we're all together. You only think about these things when something bad happens, or nearly happens.
I think the book is in a large chest in the castle, A chest sealed with 7 seals.
Can I help?
Would you happen to know how to say open in Ratish?
No, not a clue. Timmy never spoke to me in Ratish, nor Ethel for that matter.
Yes. Presumably they only speak their language amongst themselves. Can I have another sausage?
But of course. This place is growing on me, you know. Now that the ghost stuff is all gone.
You're not a city zombie, are you?
People need to get used to us. Big cities always have a constant stream of new people to get to know. Here in the country, you only have to convince each person once that you don't want to chew the skin off their faces. Ready. Careful. Hot.
Ow! Ooh! Ah! Thanks. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Like father, like son. They deserve some rest after the last few days.
I need to get some...
The fire's still burning brightly. Esther won't let it go out all night, that's for sure. I half expected the sun to come out and everything here to bloom once I defeated the fear. That would be the perfect house for Esther, Gulliver and Nate. The 3 would bring life back to the village. Or, something along those lines anyway. Maybe the villagers wouldn't have been so easily frightened if it weren't so creepy around here. The whole area is famous for its ghost stories.
Let's go to the shop. Let's see what he has. He has... Oh. See what he can have. If he have anything.
Even without fear, he won't get rid of his goods anytime soon. The only people for miles are Mr. Whale, Count Orlov and Miss Kiki. And she didn't seem very impressed by his stock. Should I buy a souvenir? No. My pockets are always so full of junk anyway. Mr. Whale looks less anxious and stressed, even with the big task ahead of him, filling the village with life again. Hello, Mr.
Sure.
Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane.
And? How's life without fear?
Oh, it feels good. I've finally got time to recruit new inhabitants for the village.
Glad to hear it.
I thought about putting an ad in the paper. Somberville. Deserted village in cursed region seeks citizens to occupy houses of previously abducted and murdered villagers. How does that sound?
I don't know. My friends up at the campfire could move into one of the houses. They're very nice, and Gulliver and Nate are skilled craftsmen. They could get the village back into shape in no time.
I don't think that we want their type here.
But that's unfair. Just imagine that you're a family man and have never done anything wrong in your entire life. You and your wife have always worked hard, you have a great son, and then you come to a village that's urgently looking for residents.
Yes, but they're zombies.
So what? Imagine a zombie village that doesn't want you and your wife and child because you're different. What would you think of people like that, huh?
Well, you can't really... Well, I suppose I could talk to your friends.
You do that. Do you by any chance sell lettuce?
No, this is an adventure shop. Adventurers don't eat salad. They go into the woods and slay wild boar.
Then you probably don't have any chicken breast fillets either, do you?
No.
And salad dressing? Oil? Vinegar?
Again, no. Well, actually, I do have oil. Some warriors like rubbing it into their muscles to make them glisten in the sun.
Then I'll have that then.
Oh, I'll even give it to you for free if you promise not to rub it on yourself in front of me.
Thanks. Do you know how to say open in Ratish?
Oh, well, I could let you know what "are you trying to take the piss" is in the language of the Dark Woods.
I was only asking. I think I'll be going now.
Oh, how's Miss Kiki? Has she sunk her claws in the count yet?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, Wilbur. A hottie like Miss Kiki? She's just a gold digger. The Count will need to watch his back.
But they love one another. They met through a newspaper ad, and it's not very nice to think that of other people, Mr. Whale. Tut tut. Hello? Must have been mistaken.
Graveyard?
Maybe the villagers wouldn't have been so easily frightened if it weren't so creepy around here. The whole area is famous for its ghost stories. Hello? Oh, who's there? Huh? Master Alistair? Are you all right, Archmage? Has Ivo changed you back? And why? Why don't you come here? You could open a portal. A ghost over some kind of drawing? I don't understand, Archmage. What does that mean? Archmage? Master Alistair? He's gone. That's more than weird. Why is Master Alistair trying to contact me through the mirror? And it looked almost as if he didn't have the strength to stay. Of course, he's still transformed, so he can't use his magic properly. A ghost over a symbol. Maybe I'm supposed to summon him. I needed that. A few hours sleep would be lovely too. But first, I have to get that book. The Archmage can do all kinds of tricks. Maybe he can separate his spirit from his body. I guess I'm supposed to summon him as a ghost. Maybe he's too weak to appear any other way. Summoning a ghost. This shouldn't be all that difficult.
Okay.
You can see eyes blinking way up in the dark, and you can hear the occasional squeak. I think those are bats. The Count probably hasn't noticed them yet. I can hardly imagine him allowing bats in his castle. Excellent meat. And it even almost looks like chicken. Oil is oil. The only thing missing now is vinegar.
Where am I gonna get the vinegar? Oh.
The Count seems to be a wine lover. Red wine, to be exact. Incense? Not something on the...
Okay. Stuff. Sausage. Oil it up. I'm gonna find him.
Count?
Yes, Igor?
Your table awaits, Master. Is that to your satisfaction?
Yes, delightful.
Thank you, Master. Are you sure your fiancée, is being honest with you?
We'll find out tonight, won't we?
I don't want to spread any rumours, but Mr. Whale from the village, he thinks Miss Kiki might possibly be after something other than love.
Oh, so am I.
Yes, but I don't mean friendship and care.
She won't be the first Mrs. Orlov, Igor, and probably not the last. I know who she is and know how to handle her.
All right, then. The poor Count. He thinks he knows her and believes she loves him. I need to know how to say open in Ratish.
I can't help you with that. I only speak Batish, not Ratish.
Oh, cool. Say something in Batish. I can't hear anything.
But the bats out there in the hall are doubled over with laughter, believe me.
Have you any idea how to summon ghosts?
Why should I? The last thing I could do with is a howling castle ghost scaring my young wife.
What was it with Igor and his uniform?
Your predecessor, Igor, made himself at home in the cellar, Igor. He had a bed, a desk, all his belongings. I think now you're the new Igor. It is all yours.
And Igor's uniform?
It will be amongst his things. Go and have a look. But be careful. It's dark down there.
I could take a candle.
I don't think that's a very good idea. They are attracted to light.
They?
Things that live in the darkness. Igor had due respect for them, and never dared go down there with a light.
Perhaps the uniform isn't important after all. If you'll excuse me, Master, work calls.
Make haste! My little honey bunny has gone upstairs to take a bath, and could come back down at any minute.
What is upstairs?
Nothing of interest to you. Your place is down here. And tomorrow I'll show you the cellar and the crypt.
I can hardly wait.
Let's talk more work, Igor.
Okay. There's one more place I can imagine we have. Yeah, no.
I wonder whether the fear drank the wine. Or was it the last sip of some unfortunate soul here? Ugh! The wine must have been here quite a while. It's gone really sour. The wine is sour as vinegar. It must have been standing open on the table for a long time.
So we can use that as a vinegar. Perfect. Oh, it's actually good.
It's sad when you think that none of these things can ever be used by their owners again. Who knows who this flute used to belong to? I'm sure he or she would have loved to have played it for many years more.
Take it.
Maybe I can give it a new purpose.
Okay, we are done here. Okay, we got vinegar.
I may not have the nimble hands of a flute player, but I have used one before.
Okay. Picture.
The wine, so sour, it could make a good substitute for vinegar. Vinegar and oil. Why do people always say the cooking isn't as easy as it looks? Rocket salad with chicken breast and oil and vinegar a la Wilbur. The first and hopefully last meal I will ever prepare in this castle.
Okay, it's for something else. Let's talk to
Count?
Count.
Yes, Igor?
I have prepared the salad for the young lady.
Rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast?
Yes. Exactly.
Excellent. Pull the cord, Igor. Let my little bunny rabbit know it's time to eat.
How can I make sure that the bell in Miss Kiki's room rings?
It depends on how hard you pull it. Pull a bit harder than middle strength to start with, and then about a third less at the end.
Okay.
No, middle strength to start with, then a bit less at the end. No, that was the stables. Why don't you just do what I tell you? There you go. I don't need you anymore today, Igor. I will be spending the rest of the evening and the night with my fiancée.
Very well, Master.
Okay.
Psst, hey, Shorty!
Oh, hello, Miss Kiki.
What's with this place? Where's the gold?
Gold?
Yeah, jewelry, precious stones, that sort of thing. I ain't found none.
Maybe the Count isn't that rich.
A count living in a big castle? Course he's rich. The only question is, where is he hiding it? Hey, what's that?
I wanted to talk to you about that. It's sealed by 7, seals. Maybe you could open one of them.
Ooh, what do you think's in it?
What could a chest like this hold? A treasure, of course.
You have to learn to lie better, and quickly. But the fact that you are trying tells me there must be something valuable in it.
I don't know, but it must be important.
Well, if it's important to someone, it'll also be valuable. And you want to steal it?
Well, steal...
Count me in. As future countess, it practically belongs to me anyways. What do I have to do?
Come with me. Just open that seal over there.
Why don't you do it?
I can't. It has to be opened by someone very special.
Ah, I understand. You need a woman's touch.
Something like that.
Well, that was simple. That it?
That's it. Interesting to know that you could do it.
Tell me when you got that thing open, and don't even think about simply disappearing with my stuff.
Very well, Miss Kiki.
Now, I'll go humor the old fart. I'm sure with a little persuasion, I'll be able to find out where he stashed the rest of his treasure.
Get
This was the first seal, or the third, depending on how you count them. Van Buren is pointing at a key. Is he trying to mock me? Could that be the invisible key that is visible to all? Only, where is it?
Painting, of course.
Ha! That's just a picture. How am I supposed... Or is it? That's a pretty neat trick. The Count has opened the first 2 seals using the instructions in the diary. That leaves 5. That was easy. So, that's over half the seals open. According to this diary, this seal can only be opened by the breath of death. I've met Death before. We were even business partners for a bit. But then he wasn't too happy with me for quite a while. That may be because the Death and Gnome Live Burial Co. was never a success. Or it could have something to do with my having buried him and then forgetting to dig him up again.
That part. Okay. Now that one. So, how are we gonna do?
I have to summon the Archmage's ghost, attract it, show him a way here. I should try right away. The Archmage is very clever and very powerful. Maybe he can help me with my other problems.
Okay.
I have to summon the Archmage's ghost. I should try.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Let's see if they got any ideas.
Esther,
Yes?
do you know how to summon a ghost?
No. Gulliver used to house share with 2 ghosts just before we met. I think he would have loved to know how to banish ghosts back then.
Pity. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Okay. Guess it's talking to the mayor then.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
Someone like you knows all about summoning ghosts, right?
What do you mean, someone like me?
Well, an expert on the occult, like yourself.
Oh, well, I actually do know a bit more about it than just how to keep the beasts at bay. I mean, I've certainly never tried to invoke a ghost. Why should I? But it is, in principle, very easy. Now, you draw a circle on the ground with chalk and a triangle outside the circle. You place a bowl of blood in the triangle, and you also have to light some frankincense. Then you have to draw the symbol of the ghost you'd like to invoke on the ground while reciting a secret invocation.
How does it go?
Come over here. Ghosts have good ears. The secret plans and put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is the bowl with the blood in the triangle necessary?
Of course it's necessary. The blood represents the world of the living, into which you call the ghost.
Archmage Alistair isn't dead. Can I just leave the blood part out?
The occult sciences are not well suited to experiments. One mistake, and you open the gates of hell.
I'm a gnome. Every invention we come up with is close to opening the gate of hell. That doesn't scare me at all.
The blood goes in the bowl goes in the triangle. End of.
Why do we need the incense?
Well, for the atmosphere. And it would be best if you did the invocation somewhere dark with lots of candles.
Do you think ghosts really care?
It's ancient handed-down knowledge. Just like the fact that necromancy is best carried out on the weekend when you've already had a bit to drink.
Okay. How about if I perform the summoning here? There's enough candles and you could assist me.
But we've only just got rid of one curse.
It wasn't a curse. And I'm summoning a friendly ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
No, find somewhere else.
I could conjure up the ghost near the chest. There's plenty of room and the atmosphere is suitable. And who knows, maybe the Archmage can open the remaining seals with just a wave of his wand. I'm supposed to draw the ghost symbol on the floor, but what is Archmage Alistair's symbol?
No idea. Some kind of symbol that represents him. A family crest or a seal.
He has a coat of arms. It's on his amulet. But, I just can't remember what it looks like. I never thought that it'd be so easy to summon a ghost.
Oh, well, it depends, of course, on the ghost. I mean, if you want to summon Zool, you'll also need a keymaster and a gatekeeper. For other spirits, you'll need some clay and a romantic song. Or just call their name 3 times. But if the ghost wants to make contact with you, it's really easy.
Does the triangle have to be connected to the circle? And does it have to be an isosceles triangle, or just any old one? And how long should the edge be?
It doesn't matter. This is necromancy, not geometry.
Does it have to be chalk, or can I use something else? Ooh, and how thick do the lines have to be?
Draw a circle on the floor with something and a random triangle somewhere outside it.
That doesn't sound much like a precise science. Do you sell chalk?
I would if I had any, but I used my last piece of chalk on the sacred circle.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
We could get... should have coal up here, right?
Here at the edge are pieces of charcoal. I wonder whether I can use it as a substitute for chalk during the summoning. I'm sure you can draw with it. At least my fingers are black with the stuff. And I can't really imagine Archmage Alistair caring about whether he's summoned using white chalk or black charcoal. You can't be picky with that sort of thing.
Okay, so let's see. That picture there then, so...
The Count's distracted. This is my chance. Theoretically, I need blood, but maybe this thick red wine will do the trick.
But are we just gonna get it? We need some incense.
It's not frankincense, but these incense sticks will create some atmosphere.
How is your salad, my Aurora?
Real good, darling. It's not easy to get chicken to taste a chicken. My compliments to the chef.
We're all just doing our best to make you feel at home, precious.
Whew! Looks like I got away with it.
Vladdy, I'd love to see the whole castle. The library, the ballroom, the treasure chambers.
Of course, my love. But there'll still be time for that tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to show you something completely different.
But Vladdy, I'm a respectable young lady.
What does the Count mean by something completely different? I'd like to see that. I wonder if I should ask if I can join them.
No, Wilbur. No. We already got that letter. It's just lucky I happened to press on that one button. Okay. So we should have everything we need then, right? I think.
That's the first step. I still can't believe that this smell is important for summoning a ghost, but what the heck? Atmosphere. Pure atmosphere. Right then, to summon the Archmage, I have to draw his symbol on the floor while reciting the spell. Unfortunately, I don't know the right symbol. Right then, to summon the Archmage...
Isn't that what is on the... Wait.
I have to summon the Archmage's ghost, attract it, show him a way here. I should try right away. The Archmage is very clever and very powerful. Maybe he can help me with my other problems. I have to summon the Archmage's ghost, attract it, show him a way here. I should try right away. I think it's safe to take a closer look at the letter now. The Count's distracted. Wanted for the murder of Archmage Alistair, the scurvy, dangerous, armed and stinky fiend Wilbur Weathervane. The Honourable Council Leader Van Buren has posted a reward of the villain's weight in gold, naked, before breakfast, for the apprehension of the offender. It's followed by a detailed description of me. Not like it was even necessary. This picture of me next to the Archmage is razor sharp. The amount of detail the engravers carved into the printing plates is amazing. I wonder if Lizzie will turn me in if she learns of the pile of gold.
Okay, so...
Right then, to summon the Archmage, I have to draw his symbol on the floor while reciting the spell. Unfortunately, I don't know the right symbol.
How do I get... How do I get this? Isn't it on that letter?
a lot of detail in the picture of the Archmage and me. If it weren't so tiny, you could probably even recognize the Archmage's family crest on his amulet thing. I think it's, oh, no, it's just too small. I could use the glass as a magnifying glass to see more details. Yes, it works! There's the Archmage's neck, and there's his thing with the family crest. It shows two serpents in a kind of knot, biting their own tails.
Perfect.
Would have been easier if the Archmage's symbol were a stick figure or a cross. That would have been easier to draw than two knotted snakes. Hey, ghost! Drag your translucent butt here now. Got the stuff? The power of coal compels you. Those were exactly the ancient words that Mr. Whale whispered in my ear. Just doesn't seem to... Yes! Archmage Alistair! Thank the coal!
Wilbur, I'm happy to see you too. But I don't have much time, and there is much to say.
I did everything wrong, Archmage. I built the golem and I let Remy down and I brought Timmy here and...
You have done nothing wrong, Wilbur.
Yes, I have. I wanted to help and I let myself be fooled and that's why you were transformed. And then I didn't do anything instead and that was wrong too. Remy is dead, Archmage.
He is not. At least I don't believe he is.
Yes, he is. He died in my hands.
No, you were tricked again. This book you are searching for, it contains no information about how to destroy the wand.
But if not Remy, then Monkus.
He's letting you do his dirty work for him. The book does contain powerful spells, but it won't help you destroy the wand. Monkus wants to use its power for his own ends.
Why does Monkus want this book? What's he up to?
The Kitab al-Azif was written by a mad mystic called Al-Hazred. It is a book about demonic cosmology and contains magic spells with which one can summon mighty beings.
Including the Nameless One?
I don't think that Monkus wants to set the Nameless One free. Even he isn't mad enough to do that. He wants to open a window into the dungeon dimension in order to siphon the Nameless One's powers.
Sounds dangerous.
It's impossible. Any weakness in the structure of the dungeon dimension would be instantly used by the Nameless One to escape his prison. He is incredibly powerful, and he is dreadful, Wilbur.
If the book is so dangerous, we should destroy it. Or we could just leave it in the chest. It's already been there for decades.
Powerful objects have a tendency to be found. You have to destroy the book. Monkus must not get hold of it.
Why did Monkus send me? And where is he?
That's worrying me, too. He won't be sitting around idle awaiting your return, that's for sure. He'll have a plan.
It's maybe that
At least he doesn't know we're onto him. He believes I'm bringing the book back to Seastone to use it to destroy the wand.
Yes, the magic wand. The book alone will not be sufficient to open a window into the dungeon dimension. It will take a complicated mechanism using black magic and an incredible magic force to penetrate the dungeon of the Nameless One.
The mechanism of which you speak, there's one like that in the temple under Seastone.
Yes, Ivo told me about it. Was under my nose for all those years and I never noticed.
Monkus doesn't have the book yet, and I can't imagine the Van Burens working with him either. Without them, the wand is useless.
Those are the only trump cards we hold. He needs the book and the wand. And while he is chasing after those, we will destroy the machine.
How can I destroy the book from the chest?
It's just a book. You can tear it and burn it.
That sounds doable.
However, you should be aware that there are other copies of the book. Over the centuries, there has always been the odd one appearing and then disappearing again.
That means we won't be safe as long as the magic wand and the machine still exist.
Correct. As soon as the book has been destroyed, you will have to travel to Seastone and help your friends to destroy the machine. That won't be very easy. Monkus will defend it.
And we won't be getting the mighty Van Buren wand just like that either. No. There has to be a better way. We have to trick Monkus, surprise him, and beat him at his own game.
That's the Wilbur Weathervane that taught the Shadow Army the meaning of fear.
Open the chest and get the book to safety. Easier said than done. Do you know what the breath of death could be referring to?
I think I know.
How did you do that?
I don't just look like a ghost, Wilbur. I am one.
What do you mean?
I am dead.
No! You're not dead. You're the Archmage. You were transformed, and Ivor wanted to change you back.
And she managed that. But then I had to go, Wilbur. I am so weak that you had to help me to appear here.
But how are we supposed to, without you?
So far, you've managed pretty well without me, my friend.
How can you be dead?
My death wasn't in vain. I went at the height of my powers. That's the stuff of legends.
But it wasn't your time. Not even close.
I did just buy a new pair of shoes that I was keen to break in. I wanted to give my cleaning lady a nice present for her birthday next week. I have still got posts to deal with and would have liked to have spent a few more evenings sitting on my balcony. I don't think one is ever ready to go, but I'm gone now, and others will have to step up and fight in my stead.
How is Princess Ivor doing? Is she well?
I sent her and Critter to Seastone to keep Monkus out of the underground temple for as long as possible. Perhaps they might even manage to destroy the machine.
Critter is with Princess Ivor? Then Captain Nate can't be far off. Finally, some good news!
You have friends at your side, yes.
Did you know that Tim is a were-rat?
Yes, Remy came to me after Timmy's parents were killed by a werewolf. Timmy's injuries weren't bad, but I knew that he would change at the next full moon.
Did you look for the werewolf who did this to him? I mean, if you kill the werewolf, Timmy is healed, isn't he?
Imagine that Timmy made someone else into a werewolf while he was transformed. Would you want that person to come and kill Timmy in order to release Timmy's curse from them?
I never thought of it that way.
The curse of the werewolf is an illness that one has to learn to control. It is hard, and Remy and I didn't want to place this burden on little Timmy up to now. We just let him change and let off a little bit of steam. But if he has now changed uncontrollably, you will have to teach him how he can manage the curse, Wilbur.
You can control the werewolf curse? How?
When he is a were-rat, Timmy is possessed by bad feelings. Anger, aggression, hate. They're like a shield surrounding him. And underneath it's still the same old Timmy.
The first time we ran into each other in the woods, he didn't attack me right away. He hesitated.
Something in the monster recognized you, and that something is the tiny piece that still remains of Timmy. A candle in a hurricane.
How can I get through to him?
Timmy's primitive feelings have taken control. If you want to reach him, you'll only get through to him on that level. A smell, a voice, a tune. simple things, little things, which could cut through the storm to reach Timmy.
And once he starts listening to me?
Then tell him not to give in to the anger and hate, that he shouldn't let himself be ruled by bad feelings anymore. He must think. It will be a difficult task, but if anyone can reach him and get him back, then it's a friend like you.
I'm supposed to stop the apocalypse and fight a powerful sorcerer while the country's in chaos. How am I supposed to do all that? I'm not a mage anymore.
That's exactly the point. No one can do all these things on their own. But you and Ivo, the rats, the inhabitants of Seastone, together you stand a chance. Don't wait for a messiah who is going to wave his magic wand and make everything okay again. Do it yourselves.
But the people all want something else, and lots of them only think of themselves.
That's why role models are required. Do what you think is right, and others will follow you. I have always valued you for your tenacity and your friendliness. You are never cruel nor cowardly. You never give up and never give in. Onwards, Wilbur Weathervane, with friendliness and courage in your heart, and lead others by good example. And perhaps carry a flag or something like that, so that people further back can see you.
Hey! Mean!
My time in this world is over, Wilbur.
Will you come and visit me as a ghost sometimes and give me some good advice?
No, my friend. You know everything that you need to know.
But don't go.
If you want to honor my memory, then lead your life in line with all that I've taught you. And don't leave cupboard doors open. Farewell, Wilbur Weathervane.
Don't leave cupboard doors open, okay. Okay, we are done here then. First, that's the sorcerer and radish, so we need to say Wilbur somehow. Oh, little rat Timmy! Let's talk to Esther.
Esther,
Yes?
do you know the tune that Timmy likes to whistle?
Yes. His mother used to hum that tune to him when he couldn't sleep. I did the same whenever he had nightmares.
How does it go?
La 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 la. Like that.
How did Timmy's tune go again?
La 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 la. Like that.
Thank you, Esther. I was able to summon Archmage Alistair's ghost. That's all he is anymore. A ghost.
You mean he's dead?
Yep.
Princess Ivo changed him back, but then I don't exactly know what happened then.
I didn't know him personally, but from what I've heard, he was a very wise man. And he had a big heart, a rare combination.
He also had the oddest sense of humour. He once claimed he taught a bunch of otters a musical number in his youth. Weird.
I'd have loved to have seen that.
Me too. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Okay.
Bye.
So we should go and...
I wonder if Lizzie took a werewolf trap with her, or is it still there under the leaves? Lizzie attached a Timmy bait to that tree, a bloody rag. Maybe it's a good sign that it didn't attract Timmy at all.
This is what I was supposed to...
I'm may not have the nimble hands of a flute player, but I have used one before. Lizzie attached a Timmy bait to that tree, a bloody rag. Maybe it's a good sign that it didn't attract Timmy at all.
Do I need to go to...
I may not have the nimble hand.
Wait. Do I need to use that? Here?
I may not have the nimble hand.
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Found.
Oh no! He jumped right over it. Shh, shh, easy, Timmy. Ouch! I knew you were in there, Timmy. A were-rat would never have been interested in sausages. That's all you. Fight it. Archmage Alistair said we could probably get through to Timmy with a tune. It's worth a try.
Okay. So it should be the lowest, and then we go from the... How does this work?
That's it!
The correct way?
Remember, Timmy? Your mother used to sing this tune to you when you couldn't fall asleep. Remember! Concentrate! Think about the good and friendly things, not the hate. You're not a monster, you're a little rat and you're loved.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about. Nothing happened.
Oh, I didn't want any of this to happen. Did I? Did I hurt anyone?
No. I think you make a pretty bad werewolf rat.
Hey.
Munkus tricked me for the second time, Timmy. He disguised himself as your uncle in the cave and then sent me here.
Then perhaps Uncle Remy is still alive.
Maybe he is.
I'm sure he is. Uncle Remy can't be beaten that easily. We have to look for him.
You can bet on that, but I need to find the book first.
But if Munkus wants the book, then it must be evil.
In the wrong hands, it could mean the end of the world. We have to find it.
And then we'll look for Uncle Remy.
Deal. Why didn't you tell me about the curse earlier?
I didn't know how. And I was worried you'd be scared of me. Most people are scared of werewolves. And for good reason. We can't control ourselves, you know. We don't realise when we do evil.
Yes, But the Archmage Alistair said you can learn to control the curse.
The Archmage? Is he alright?
Let's talk some more about that tomorrow. I think you've had enough adventures for one day. I found this. You must have lost it.
Oh, my neckerchief.
Now that's the Timmy the Doomas I know.
Okay.
I think
so
I know
let's
where the
see.
sorcerer hid the book. But to get to it, I have to know how to say open in Ratish.
Open.
Exactly, but in Ratish.
Open. Have you never noticed that we talk to each other?
You mean Ratish is exactly the same as our language?
No, your language is like ours. Rats and big people have lived side by side for so long. You've picked up the odd thing or two.
Amazing! The magic word is open. Hey, I know Ratish. Let's get back to the others. You must be dead tired.
Can I hide under your hat again? The moon is so bright.
Of course, for as long as you want.
Oh.
Esther,
Yes?
look who I have here.
Timmy, is he all right?
Just completely exhausted.
Give him to me. He can rest in my pocket.
Esther, can I have another sausage?
But of course, my darling. You did well, Wilbur Weathervane.
Ah, cheers. Timmy okay?
He guzzled down a whole sausage, which, considering his size, should have been impossible. Since then, he's been fast asleep.
Oh, lovely. I'm also making good progress with the book in the chest. Shouldn't be much longer till I have it.
Okay. So
See you
let's
later,
go.
Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Yes. It's the.
Open! Now there's only one seal between me and the Mad Sorcerer's spellbook. The truly greatest mage of all time. Who could that have been for an egomaniac like Ashcroft Van Buren? Archmage Alistair? Or, of course, he means himself. Which presents a problem.
Yep. And okay, the one who knows something about that must be the mayor then. He's been here forever.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
After the sorcerer was chopped up, where did you bury his bits?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Not all in one grave.
Oh, no. It was feared that his brother or someone else could try to bring him back to life. So his remains were spread nice and neatly across several graves over the land, and none of them carries his name.
Is part of the sorcerer buried in the cemetery?
I'm not at liberty to say. We swore never to say a word about which grave his left hand is buried in and which holds his right leg. Oh!
Oh, come on, just say it. Which grave's he buried in?
My lips are sealed.
Why was Van Buren actually beheaded, hung, and drawn, and quartered? Isn't that a little excessive?
You always have to kill an evil mage or sorcerer 3 times so he doesn't come back. Everyone knows that.
Doesn't beheading him and then hanging him present certain logistical problems?
Well, the whole thing wasn't very well prepared. Some mages wanted to ram a wooden stake through his heart instead. Others wanted to burn him. You know how it is. An angry mob, differing opinions. In the end, we can count ourselves lucky he was executed at all.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Okay.
The sorcerer must be buried around here somewhere. This is the Karloff family gravestone. Here lies the Karloff family. Here lies the Karloff family.
Okay, let's see.
This cross bears the name Cheney. This is the Cheney family's final resting place. They always seem to be family graves. Handy if you want to save space. This is the Lee family grave. They always seem to be family graves. Handy if you want to save space. It says Lugosi on this gravestone. The Lugosi family gravestone.
It. Okay, let's go back down here.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
About the graves in the cemetery.
Yes?
One of the gravestones bears the name Lugosi. What can you tell me about them?
Oh, the Lugosis were the dentists.
Somberville had its own dentists.
Oh, the village was voted prettiest smile in the backwoods 3 years in a row. Yeah. Unfortunately, old Lugosi went a bit soft in the head. He rambled on about little green men and a plan he had to foil. Number 9, I think. Dental hygiene in the village took a nosedive from then on. Oh, dear.
What can you tell me about the Cheney family?
Well, the elder Cheney was a travelling actor in his youth. Oh, the only one of us to ever leave the village for any length of time. He must have been really successful. They called him the Man of 1,000 Faces. Later, he retired here in the village. But his son inherited the theatre bug, left before disaster struck. Probably saved his life, yeah.
Okay.
The Lee family, were they a long-established family in the village?
Who? Oh, right, the Lees. Yes, oh, they were. Yes, it's very long established. Yeah.
So, what can you tell me about them?
Well, there was some Shield Hand Lee. He was a smith, and his wife Fire. Yeah, Fire Anna. She was very hot.
I think I know what I need to know. I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Back to the graveyard, so it's the Lee, huh?
Mayor Whale didn't have anything believable to say about the Lee family, almost as if they weren't from the village. I'm pretty sure in there's a Van Buren, not a Lee. Mayor Whale didn't have anything believable to say about the Lee family, almost as if they weren't from the village. I'm pretty sure in there's a Van Buren, not a Lee. Mayor Whale didn't have anything believable. I'm pretty sure in there.
Okay. So that means... Okay. How are we gonna get it? Nothing big. Are we supposed to use our zombies for this, or...? Just Esther then?
Esther,
Yes?
about the seal.
How can I help?
I, need a hand.
Yes?
From a grave.
Of course, from a grave. Chopping someone's hand off while they're alive wouldn't be very polite, would it?
It must be a certain hand from the sorcerer Van Buren. He's buried in the Lee family grave.
Okay. Do you just need the hand? Or is there anything else I can get you?
Just a hand, please.
Well, I'll get going straight away. While I'm about it, I might as well see whether I can find a new left kidney.
You're not upset if I don't join you, are you?
No, no problem. Come by later and I'll hand you the hand. Right?
Thank you. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Okay, so we go down to the village. We leave the village.
Wilbur, I've got the hand.
That was quick.
Not the first time that I've done a bit of late-night shopping.
And you're sure it's Van Buren's hand?
Pretty sure. There are at least indications that it is the hand of a sorcerer.
What indications? Ah!
It's not very well mannered.
You know what? I think you might be right.
Okay, so that should be the last one then.
Fine then. Come on. Come on. Did it. Maybe it's looking for the right hand, wherever that may be. That was the last seal. Ha. That's it. This isn't the right place to read a book like this. I'll go and join my friends by the bright, warm fire.
So that's your plan then? Pretty risky.
I know, but even if I destroy the book, Monkus will find another copy sooner or later. We have to destroy the machine in the temple and the wand if we ever want to be truly safe. And we're going to use this as bait.
Okay.
What will you do once Timmy and I have left?
The mayor was here. It took a while for him to pluck up the courage to come closer than 10 paces away from us, but I think he's coming round. He says the village needs a handyman and that you told him that Nate and I can repair pretty much anything.
That sounds great. You could even take over the handyman's workshop. There's no one left to contest ownership of the house.
All right, we'll go there. The mayor has invited us for a glass of water.
Probably holy water, just in case.
We'll pass that test, I'm sure.
You three take care of yourselves. Thanks for all your help.
No, we must thank you, Wilbur. You helped us when no one else would. And you convinced others to help us too.
The next time we meet someone in need, we'll help them and say, you have Wilbur Weathervane to thank for that.
I think the help alone will do. Thanks. I'm not very good at goodbyes.
Let's say, until we meet again, not goodbye. Take care of yourself.
I'll do my best.
Look after yourself and look after Timmy.
I will. I think it's a good plan and we have enough time to train for it. Timmy and I will... Ah!
Wilbur!
The face expression, but... Oh, Monkus.
Surprise!
Monkus! I'm going to...
Stay where you are and do nothing. Or do you want something bad to happen to these two?
Ivo! Critter!
Wilbur, you have to stop him!
Let Ivo and Critter go right now, or...
Or you have nothing to threaten me with, Weathervane. The Fireball and the Fatty put up a worthy fight, but they ultimately had no chance against my power, just like you.
Chantal, show this toad what your wand can do.
It doesn't work!
As the little angel soon realized when I sent her mother to the realm of dreams. Why do you think I didn't go to the dark woods to get the book myself? I had more important things to do. Did you know there were 3 Van Buren brothers? One created that remarkable wand over there, the most powerful one there is. The second created the book that explains how one can use it to open gates between the worlds. But the third brother, the cleverest of all, didn't trust his power-hungry siblings. He created a ring that protected him from his brother's magic. And it's still serving well today.
Then I went and got this book for nothing.
Oh, no. You've done my cause a great favor in doing so, Wilbur. I knew you would get hold of that book with the right kind of motivation. The resistance needs a leader. And I know of no greater fighter for good than you.
Creator's face expression.
Sound familiar?
You rotten little monster!
Why, thank you. The book! Put it on the lectern!
Not a chance!
Ha! We both know you'll do anything to save your friends.
No, Wilbur, don't do it! Ah!
Babalu.
Don't!
The book! Now!
Wilbur!
And that's why evil will always triumph in the end. You goodies are too compassionate. You, step back. You, start reading.
I can't read very well yet.
Well, just try, sweetheart.
Doctorus Maximalis Aeternalis. You have to stop him, Wilbur, at any cost.
I know. I have a plan.
Dox Nigis Paratlatus Groklag.
He's mesmerized by the spectacle. He believes that he is closer to victory than ever before. I can't afford any mistakes. If my plan fails, Monkus won't lose 1 second in making Ivor and Critter pay for it. A little rat against a sorcerer? Not exactly a fair fight. Tell me, Monkus, what did you really do with Remy?
The ghost had injured him. Giving him a little magical nudge over the edge of the abyss was easy after that. Why do you ask? Did you want to give him his hat back?
No, I just thought Timmy should hear it from you. Doesn't that make you angry, Timmy? Give me that book! Ah! Oof!
No!
Was that it? That was your plan? You wanted to defeat a sorcerer with brute force? You keep reading.
Omnia Nunc.
Well, what else can you do if you can't do magic?
Aperuro.
No! No! Impossible! No!
Okay.
The flap opening spell? You've tricked me with a child's spell?
I knew I had to distract you from Chantal and the machine for a while, and besides, it worked.
They're fighting.
How did that spell get in the book?
I know a little something about bookbinding, doesn't everybody?
I will... Ah!
A metal pipe leading into the depths of the machine. Couldn't say where it goes or what it does, though. A metal pipe leading into the depths of the machine. Couldn't say where it goes or what it does, though. I have to stop him. Avantasia under the rule of Monkus or the Nameless One. Two sides of the same terrible coin. I don't know exactly what those liquids are or what they're good for, and if I'm lucky, I never will. Hoses, cables, vials, mystical symbols. Only the truly deranged could ever come up with something like this.
Okay, what more do we have?
A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine. Maybe some kind of exhaust? A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine. Maybe some kind of exhaust?
Let go, gnome!
Presumably you can use that to set the machine. It must be tricky to open a gate to another dimension and come out at the right place. You can see the brothers were constantly fiddling around with the machine. A lot of it looks pretty temporary. These two pipes are held together by nothing but a clamp.
Take it then.
Got it.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
It looks like the Van Burens were versed in more than just alchemy and the dark arts. Why did they have to use their talents to build such a vile machine?
Let go, gnome!
Okay, it's not supposed to be used.
Well,
Seem-
are your arms...
Whoa! I've screwed the holes onto the pipes as tightly as I can. A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine. Maybe some kind of exhaust? A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Hey! Stop that! Are you trying to kill us all? Hey! Stop that! Are you trying to kill us all?
What am I supposed to do now then? Oh, wait. See?
That won't work. I can't aim at Munkus and turn the steam on at the same time.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet? Hey! Stop that!
Okay,
Are you trying to kill us all?
One more. I need to go to the middle.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
Now.
Ah! Ah!
I don't know how much further down it is. All I know is the impact isn't going to be much fun.
Need a lift by any chance?
Ivo!
Ah, the saviour of the worlds.
But it's not really saved, is it?
No, but we have given it a second chance.
At least now I know I don't have to be a mage to make a difference.
I never thought you were a particularly fantastic mage anyway.
Hey!
But why should you have to be a mage? You're inventive, you're tenacious, you don't need magic.
Archmage Alistair said that when you cooperate and remain persistent, you can accomplish more than any individual ever could. Even more than he can.
Perhaps that's your task, to bring people together and lead by good example.
I could at least give it a try. We've paid a high price. Alistair is gone. We can't find Remy anywhere, and Captain Nate...
Yes, a high price indeed.
Alistair said one best honours the dead by living your own life the way they would have wanted you to.
Perhaps we're already doing that. You're looking after Timmy, and since Nate's gone, Critter hardly leaves my side. Ow!
Oh, everything all right?
Oh, it was just the little pirate in here. He's a fighter, just like his father.
We'll think of something. After all, we saved the Archmage.
That was completely different.
You mean there's no hope at all? None?
There is always hope.
Yeah, that was a great game series. I just wanted to finish the game tonight and not play it tomorrow. Keen to see how it ended. So we'll let the credits roll and see if anything pops up after the credits, and after that they will be all done for today. Warren.
Need a hand?
The heck? Another mongoose? And another, and another. And another?